a good team. A good team. You can beat some guys you're not supposed to beat. I can hear myself.
I mean, Solana is insane that we mute our computers, and he didn't mute his own computer. I mean, what's going on over there?
Not what happened, but that's okay.
Like, think about it.
It's not what happened?
It's not.
What were we hearing sound from?
I don't know.
Well, was it not your computer?
Yeah, the volume was up. I was listening to Heat highlights last night.
Right.
I forgot to mute
so
it.
That's exactly what I said. You didn't mute the computer.
Right.
And then you said that's not what happened. But he wasn't doing a bit. That really was his reaction. Oh, that's not what happened. But then he had no explanation because it was obvious what had happened. Where else would the sound have been coming from?
What about when you lie and smile from ear to ear after the lie? That lie doesn't work for
It was like he said that's not what happened and realized there's going to be no way out of this.
I thought I had an angle to lie.
What was going to be your angle?
Well, actually, what was happening behind the scenes, you'll see we didn't want to get into
this one.
Our chat was telling us, hey, there's no audio being played. And it's because Jimmy's computer was muted. Jimmy muted himself.
Gotcha.
Which is why when I unmuted Jimmy, the audio started playing. Had he not been muted at the start of the show like he wasn't supposed to be,
Jimmy's fault.
Sounds like
then I would have heard the audio before we went on the air. I would have had time to mute the audio before we went on the air. This could have all been avoided. I wasn't even. I felt bad. I didn't want to throw Jimmy under the bus.
I never muted myself.
Oh, okay. So who muted the main computer over there?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, that's the answer that you give me all the time, and you have to accept it. You know he's lying, and he's just going, "Yeah, I didn't do it." I knew you were lying, and you're just going, "Yeah, it wasn't me."
It's fun though, isn't it?
But you don't learn that lesson. You don't realize how ridiculous it is when someone does that.
No, I mean, isn't it kind of fun? I mean, we're all just kind of lying. I don't know.
Amazing.
Can't lie and smile real big.
Mario Cristobal. I don't know. I blame him.
Lie when it's so obvious. Anyway, we will talk about that. John Michaels is going to join us today. Will Manso is going to join us today. He's at the Dolphins facility. I want to talk Dolphins with him, but I do want to talk Hurricanes with him as well. World Series was incredible. Yes. I am wearing my Shohei game-worn jersey. Actually, this is a Miguel Rojas game-worn jersey. I had this shipped to me when Miguel Rojas wasn't doing much for the Dodgers. And I kind of knew because I had seen him here in Miami. I'm like, this guy's going to have a breakout World Series, and certainly he did.
How scared he looked when he threw that that ball home.
Oh, Miguel Rojas?
Terrified.
Well, because he was kind of bobbling it
there. But they had a close-up on his face. He was praying to every god he could pray to.
It was great, man. That was as good a Game 7 as you'll see in any sport, not just baseball. Like, that was as good a Game 7 as you'll see. Speaking of the Dolphins, I'm fascinated to see what kind of performance they put together Sunday against the Bills, because this is truly a ship that's not sinking, it's sunk, right? You get rid of the general manager, Jalen Phillips gets traded today. You realize that the experiment or whatever you had planned is a failure. And now you've got to host Buffalo, and there's all kinds of turmoil and change. There will probably be more before the trade deadline tomorrow. And so I'm fascinated to get to Sunday and see what happens on the field.
Buffalo that just whooped Kansas City.
I mean,
last night.
It's tailor-made for
40-0.
Yep.
Something ridiculous.
Yep.
You know what? Will we see if they're still playing for McDaniel? We're going to see it a lot sooner than we thought we did. We know that y'all are getting rid of people. We're watching our buddies walk out the door.
It's over. You're literally part of something that's over.
McDaniels gets them going and competes with Buffalo. You kept the right guy to him and Chris Greer, because I'm telling you, if I'm on this roster right now, this is it. This done.
It's over.
We're just out here for the next 9 games just to be out here for the next 9 games.
It is over. They have pulled the plug. There's no mistaking it.
If you're playing, maybe play for your next contract with somebody else. Sure. Show out, put something on film that's good for you. But yeah, as a win one for the team, get together, guys, make this playoff run. That's curtains.
Sports Talk on WQAM is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. Like I said, John Michaels, Will Manso, Canes Hoops gets underway tonight. You've got the men's and women's doubleheader. Women at 5, men at 8 p.m. at the Watsco Center in Coral Gables. Canes Hoops tonight. By the way, Canes Hoops, the men's game will be on AM 560. You'll have Heat tonight on the FM.
Yep.
And Canes basketball on the AM. And speaking of the Heat, we have Heat Cavs tickets. Heat Cavs at the Kaseya Center November 10th. And we're going to give away a pair of tickets every day this week. So just keep on listening for that. Do we know now what the Heat are? Because I know we were waiting for this road trip, and we were waiting to crown them before the road trip. Now the road trip is underway. I remember San Antonio. I know they lost last night. Am I missing a game in between there or no?
No, 0-2 on this road trip. But again, doesn't count because Norman Powell hasn't played either of these games. So what we know,
we don't know who they are.
Well, what we know is that
know.
They're a good enough team without Norman Powell to compete against the elite teams out west, just not beat the elite teams out west without Norman Powell. Tonight, we'll find out with Norman Powell.
Tonight,
but again, this one also kind of doesn't count because second night of a back-to-back.
Yeah.
Right,
so how do we really know?
So no games count.
We have to no. When they're back home and they're playing lesser talented teams, then we know.
Oh, next Charlotte game.
They are fun, man. I have to tell you, I was even talking to my brother on the ride in today. Like he was saying, like the Bulls and the Heat, he said he doesn't know how they measure pace, but he said both those teams, like the pace is ridiculous.
The Heat were leading the NBA entering today. They have been since day one in pace. I'll check it right now, but yeah, man, like they're
fun. I you know what? They're just fun to watch. I like a team that's fun to watch. The Heat team is fun to watch. Again, they've lost 2 in a row, but they are fun to watch.
A lot more, even when it's in the big 3.
A lot more fun. Well, not bigger than that. More
but
fun
just
than
enjoy.
The
They score points, but the gameplay of it.
What are you doing, bro?
The gameplay of it.
I got you the gameplay.
Did you see
Bam? I mean, LeBron was standing there with Dwayne Wade.
I will ride for Jaime Jaquez Jr. till the end of the planet.
But
I don't know what you're doing.
More fun than the Jimmy Butler era, and Jimmy Butler's a star. More fun than the Jimmy Butler era because of the style of play.
Did y'all see Bam explaining their offense on Prime TV or something?
Well, once he did that, they haven't won.
They're 0-2.
Yeah, I don't know if he should have ran that.
Yeah, how about just shut up?
He's like, you run over there, and then you come back here. If I pass it to you, you run over there.
It'd be great if Riley sent out one of those shut the bleep up press releases, and it was to Bam.
So the guy on the right wing is just always going to run in the middle, huh?
No, it was fascinating when they explained it all, right?
Just that positionless thing. I kind of had a better understanding for that. Like nobody's standing there. Just keep running around these circles.
They're fun to watch. Who do they have tonight? Clippers?
Yeah, the Clippers. Norman Powell hasn't played. The idea tonight, you get the Norm revenge game in LA. They didn't give him the contract extension. They traded him for peanuts or John Collins. I mean, whatever. So the idea is he plays tonight.
All right. Let's do headlines because John Michaels is going to join us this hour. Headlines are brought to you by Durrell Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Durrell Volkswagen or DurrellVolkswagen.com.
There's so much to get to, man. Jalen Phillips traded this morning. Actually, it went through last night. We found out this morning you get a 3rd-round pick for JP, Eagles, 3rd-round pick. And there was also the report that the Dolphins are paying some of that portion of his salary.
$6 million out of the $6.5 million. It's a fascinating trade. They essentially paid $6 million for a 3rd-round draft pick. Mm-hmm. It's fascinating. To get a 3rd-rounder in return of an expiring contract is amazing. But then when you look at the actual deal, they essentially paid $6 million for a 3rd-round pick. Now, if you can turn that into something special,
that's what it is.
It's a bargain. If you turn it into Michael Agnew, it's a really terrible transaction.
They were going to spend that money on Jalen anyway if he was here. So, like, that money's not attached to anything because he was an unrestricted free agent after this season. From the dad perspective of Jalen leaving, minus, the coming in out. Great dude, great kid, UM guy, homegrown, blah, blah, blah. You cannot give the money that he's going to want as a defensive end to a habitually hurt young guy.
And always almost getting sacked.
Yes.
Like,
What do they make it? He'd probably make high 20 million per year.
It's not that, like, to be able to get a third round pick.
TJ Watt were making 40, 20, 28 million a year for a DN.
But he's getting older. He's coming off
He's
two
still
major injuries. No, he's not that old, but he's 27, 28 years old. Like,
he's going to get $100 million contract. 4 for 25.
I think so.
Yeah, 4 for 100.
And yeah, you absolutely couldn't do that. And we've seen enough of him. Yeah. Like, again, I'm a UM guy, but like that to turn him into a third round pick on halfway through his expiring contract, like halfway through the final season of his expiring contract, is really well done, except for the fact that you're paying his salary. Like, you're paying him to go play for Philadelphia, but you are getting that third round pick.
And if you're going to keep Chubb and Phillips, why the hell do you draft Chop Robinson in the first round?
Right.
Like,
right.
What's he just here to have fun, run around on scout team? No, he needs to take up that other end because you utilize the first round draft pick on Chop Robinson.
Yeah, Chop had told Barry Jackson, I read it in the Herald, that it kind of takes him a little bit to get into the swing of the season because he's not playing as many snaps. And Barry kind of put two and two together saying, hey, Chop needs more snaps. And he's saying he wants more snaps without actually saying it. If you invested that much money into a guy, why are you going to pay another guy, like you're saying, 20 plus million? Andrew Van Ginkel makes 23 million. Montez Sweat makes 24 million.
He's right around there.
He's around there.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys want to take a guess at who's next? I mean, Bradley Chubb is being talked about.
I would love to get rid of Chubb.
You had this Ian Rappaport report, a very thorough report, several different aspects of what's next for the Dolphins. One was, a ton of different guys that they're receiving interest for. JP was on that list, Bradley Chubb, Matt Judon as well. I saw Minkah Fitzpatrick's name be thrown out. Jalen Waddle, the Dolphins, he said, will consider offers for Waddle, but they would have to be blown out of the water in order to accept them.
They're looking for Waddle a first round pick plus.
Yeah, they're not getting that.
That seems high.
And as the trade deadline, we talk about it all the time. This is coming up. Your list of guys you want to stay on the team are the only damn guys with value. Don't tell me, hey, y'all can have Savignaya if you need him.
Right.
Go take Julian Hill. Nobody wants Julian Hill. They want the Waddles. They want the Minkahs. They want those guys. Even Jalen Phillips, we just talked about, he's not worth $25 a year to build a new team. But, yeah, they want the guys that make plays. Nobody's coming to get Jack Jones off our hands.
And the other big nugget from that piece by Ian Rappaport, again on NFL.com, was that the potential of benching Tua not off the table if he doesn't turn things around this year.
Yeah, there's some talk about how you would go about releasing him as well. I'll get into it later because I do want to talk with John Michaels about the Hurricanes, but there is some talk about how you could end up getting rid of that contract, what you'd end up eating, and how it could be done.
Here's your schedule. You have, as you mentioned, Canes Hoops and Canes Women's Basketball, the doubleheader. Canes Women's Basketball plays Hofstra at 5 p.m. Canes Hoops, they host the Dolphins, the Jacksonville Dolphins, at 8 p.m. Like you said, games on AM 560. The Heat, they play tonight. They're at the Clippers. Norm, questionable, expected to play. They lost to the Lakers by 10 last night. Miami's 3-3 overall. The Panthers start a 4-game road trip tomorrow out west. They play the Ducks. They beat the Stars in a shootout Saturday, 4-3. Inter Miami lost to Nashville in game 2. So here we go again. History repeats itself. Miami, first round, being a heavy favorite, has to play game 3 at home against last year Atlanta United, who beat them. And this year, Nashville, that'll be Saturday at noon.
And that's winner take all?
Winner go home.
All right. And when I say winner take all, of course, you just go to the second round. You don't take anything.
Win or go home in this
country. I like to say winner take all.
Take all of what?
Well, whatever. Oh, you're so pedantic.
I don't know what that word means.
I'm not certain I used it right.
The Marlins rookie, Javier Sanoja, won a Gold Glove as a utility player. Go Fish.
Pedantic.
That's a good one.
Or pedant. Many of the essays are long, dense, and too pedantic to hold great appeal.
2 A's or an E in there somewhere. What's the vowels?
E and an A.
Okay. Pedantic.
Pedantic.
Okay.
Yeah. Marlins also elevated Gabe Kapler to the general manager job.
Wow.
He was the assistant general manager. Now he's your new Marlins general manager.
So what happened with Bendix?
Well, he's the president of baseball operations.
Huh. All right.
Gabe Kapler, of course, a superstar baseball player, if you're familiar with him. I happen to have his cell phone number.
I give him a call.
I've had him on the show before.
Superstar baseball player?
Gabe Kapler was, yeah.
Did you text him congrats?
I didn't. I looked to see what my last text with Gabe Kapler was.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find one.
I would have texted somebody today, went on the thread. The last one was them texting me Happy Father's Day, which I didn't respond. I was like, never mind.
If you got to check.
And I was going to ask for something. Nah, never
Wasn't
mind.
Gabe Kapler like an all-star?
I never heard of him.
You're the one wearing a baseball jersey.
I am just delighted by the outcome of the World Series. You know, I live and die with what?
You about to lie?
What are you talking about? I live and die with the hard ball and the long ball and the ding-dongs. And when I don't have time for that stuff, I watch baseball. And what a good World Series it was. Let's see. He was a World Series champion, and he was NL Manager of the Year. So,
wow.
Baseball superstar.
Okay.
He's a GM.
He is the Marlins GM.
You saw Skip get his first ring? I didn't even know damn our old manager.
Mattingly? No, he was with the Blue Jays.
He didn't get his first
ring.
He
didn't.
Correct.
Damn.
Do you know that the Dodgers came back and won that game?
I saw him in the dugout. They were both blue and white.
No, that was that was one of the other reasons to root for Toronto, other than, hey, this $1 billion Dodgers operation that, should win it for the next 10 years. Like, it was fun. And Rob Pizzola was there. He was like front row again. And he was despondent. I was rooting for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
But one of the little side stories was that Don Mattingly has never won a ring.
They talked about him for like 3-4 minutes on
it
the
looked like he was going to get it.
Yep. And they didn't.
He did not.
Really an epic collapse, all-time collapse by the Blue Jays if you really dive into it. 3-2 series lead after winning 2 games in LA.
You've divin into
it. Divot.
I've divot. What? You want me to divot into it?
You divot on
Remember to replace your divots. Now, what were you saying?
You blow a 3-2 series lead with both games at home. You had leads in both games. You had a 3-0 lead in Game 7, and you were an inch away from winning that game. And you had a 4-3 lead in the top of the 9th with an out. They were 2 outs away. I mean, all-time epic collapse by the Blue Jays.
They're going against one of the best lineups in the history of baseball.
But it was Miguel Rojas that hit the home run.
That was the weird part.
Miguel Rojas was batting 9th. He hadn't had a hit in 3 years.
They gave up hope on him. They're talking about, we get around to Shohei. Oh, man, we can't wait to get to Shohei.
Crazy. It was crazy that it was Rojas.
How old is he? He took his hat off. It's
Miguel Rojas?
Real patchy up top.
How long was he here? Because someone said that we should retire his jersey.
I saw that. I mean, what?
Funny. That's funny.
He got a young face, an old head.
Miguel Rojas?
Yeah, man. I didn't know.
He's old, bro.
Miguel Rojas is?
Yeah. He's got to be upper 30s. He's retiring. He said he was retiring no matter what happened at the end of this series.
Gabe Kapler's 50, by the way. I just happened to have his Wikipedia up.
36, huh?
36?
Yeah,
36.
He got a 58-year-old top of the head.
Miggy Rowe. Love that guy. Always loved him with the Marlins. He's the guy that tore the clubhouse apart, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he told Jazz Chisholm to focus on baseball.
Yeah.
Enough of the nonsense.
Yeah.
He looked a little angry. Angry face.
Monday Night Football tonight, Cowboys-Cardinals, 8:15. And just to wrap up headlines, the Canes, sorry, Hoch, they dropped to number 18 in the AP poll. 8-spot drop from last week.
That's generous, to be quite honest. That's generous.
You want to talk about the 12 penalties?
I want to talk about Mario being content to run out the clock at the end of the game. There's 20-plus seconds
25
left.
seconds left, one timeout.
And even Lori says to me, we're watching on the couch, and Lori says to me, she goes, wait a second. Is he guaranteeing now that SMU gets a chance with the ball? And I said, yeah. Because if you try to get a field goal, who knows if you're going to do it or not. But if you don't, if you run out the clock, you are guaranteeing your opponent gets another chance to score because everyone gets, in college football overtime. That was the most confounding, scared, conservative. I was blown away by that. You see people get into field goal range in 25 seconds all the time. He was content just to kneel down.
You have Malachi Toney.
Right, you have Malachi Toney. Every time the ball gets in his hands,
gets the hell on.
You have Carson Beck. Hasn't looked the same, admittedly, in the last few games that he did at the beginning of the season. But, man, I did not like penalties, sure, annoying. There was a lot of annoying stuff.
Yeah.
That really drove me crazy.
There's two ways of thinking about 25 seconds. Let's go get in field goal range. Let's take some shots, get some out routes, get in field goal range. Or let's not do anything stupid and get a turnover and put them in.
You're on the road.
You're playing
against an unranked opponent, and you have a chance to just kind of get out of there by the skin of your teeth, not give them another chance.
You're playing an unranked opponent, and this just the psyche of this now, because I would have tried to score just as it. You don't play scared. They're just as good as you. That's why the game's tied.
Right.
So we went in, we're the top 10,
So don't give them a chance to touch the ball then. Don't give them a chance to touch the ball.
I can answer this. They were scared. They turned the ball over and give them a chance.
But they happened to do that in overtime.
You can't play that way. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm telling you, that approach, I've seen it before. It's a scary coaching style.
Right.
Very
which
scary.
is shocking to me.
Yeah.
You were, a few weeks ago, number 2 in the nation. Number 2 in the nation, and being talked about as actually having had a tougher schedule than Ohio State, that you could make the argument they were the best team in college football. And now you're telling me you're scary in 20 seconds on the road against an unranked team?
What would they need, 50 yards?
No, not even. They're at the 25. What, they have to get, about 50 yards.
Yeah. Who's it?
Every time he talks, I listen.
What's that guy's name? Carter. What's his
Carter
name?
Davis?
Carter, is that the kicker's name? Carter Davis? I want to say that, but now I feel like
the current kicker?
Yeah, the Hurricanes kicker.
No idea.
Carter.
This is the thought. I need to get I have 25 seconds. I need to get 50 yards. We can't do it. They feel as if it's a better chance of getting a turnover than getting 50 yards.
I get it, but that's ridiculous.
I agree with you. And if they would have went to overtime and won,
let's wrap it up anyway. Now I want to talk to John Michael.
It is Carter Davis.
Carter Davis, yeah.
I mean, they also got hosed.
Yeah, no doubt.
They got hosed because the game should have been over, and there was a BS holding call on them, and then Mario calling timeout at the end of the game, which gives them the unnecessary roughness call. Like, why? It's 4th and 9. They're scrambling to get a playoff. You've stopped them already. Why are you calling timeout? Like,
he wanted to see the formation they were in and call the perfect defense against it.
Right.
But don't ice them. See their formation, call a timeout. Don't try to ice the quarterback. That's too late.
The only other thing I'll say here before we wrap up headlines, the Dolphins play the Bills, but then the following week they play that Madrid game against the Commanders.
Yeah, I can't wait to get up early for that.
Ooh.
You want to jump on the pregame show? We start at 6:30.
Oh, my God. No, I mean, who's it going to be? Mariota, I guess, because Jaden Daniels' arm
went the wrong way.
Went the wrong way.
Yeah, but not his throwing arm. He's not going to play in 2 weeks. But it's not just him. Bro, they were dropping like flies. Yeah. Luke McCaffrey broke his collarbone on the opening kickoff. Marshawn Lattimore likely tore his ACL. So Commanders are a shell of themselves when the Dolphins play them. Dolphins, of course, not even on a boat anymore. They're just on a raft with one paddle. Your weather, it's sponsored by Chill Zone AC, featuring reliable Root AC systems. Make your AC great again. Visit chillzoneac.com. Hot again in South Florida. It's in the 80s. That's your weather.
All right, John Michaels going to talk some Hurricanes with us in the next segment.
You're watching football. If the team's doing good or your team's doing bad, you can watch it at Tootsie's, and I guarantee you will have a good time. You got to get to Tootsie's Cabaret, the largest strip club in the entire world. And I'm telling you, that's not just a saying. 2 floors of beautiful entertainment, beautiful entertainers. They have delicious food. They have a kitchen. It's not a little grill back there, some hot grease. It is a full kitchen, and the food specials are amazing. $100 bottles, half-price drinks till 8 p.m. every single day of the year. 2 levels, complete bars, complete restaurant, man. Get to Tootsie's Cabaret. On game days now, Fins and Canes. You bring your ticket, you get in free all day. On game days, everybody gets in free until 6 p.m. You got to go to Tootsie's. It's right around the street from Hard Rock. Before the game, after the game, you want to sit in that traffic, head down to Tootsie's. You'll have you a good time, beat the traffic, head home happy if you win or you lose. And I'm telling you, they have a deal, a food deal, $10 tailgate takeover. Sundays, noon to 5 p.m., only $10 for chicken wings, smash burger fries, fried shrimp fries, cheese pizza, and chicken nachos. $10 from noon to 5 p.m. It is 2025. Nobody's getting $10 meals anymore, except if you go to Tootsie's. You got to check out Tootsie's. Go there. Basketball, football, baseball, hockey, soccer, boxing, MMA, anything you want to see, they're going to have on a number of their dozens and dozens of TVs. Y'all head to Tootsie's Cabaret. Go to TootsiesCabaret.com for more information.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
Khalil?
All right, get to John Michaels in a second. I want to tell you about my good friends in the award-winning team at Doral Volkswagen. Right now, you can select from a huge inventory of new Volkswagen models like the Atlas, Tiguan, and Taos. They have the perfect new Volkswagen for you in stock and ready for immediate delivery with competitive financing and flexible lease options. You'll get the best deal at Doral Volkswagen. Nobody sells for less. That is Doral Volkswagen. John Michaels is on the guest line. I see him there. Look at John Michaels. This is the time of year that he comes on with that scowl, and you can see it right now. John Michaels on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Before we talk football, I remind you the best place to get geared up with Canes or Dolphins merch is Caneswear in Davie or online at caneswear.com. John hosts mornings on 680 The Fan in Atlanta. You hear him nationally on ESPN radio. This really is the time of year that he swears off the Hurricanes. Actually, I guess a little bit earlier this year than last year, right, John? How have you marinated since Saturday's debacle?
Football sucks. That's all I'm going to say is football sucks. The Dolphins are terrible. The Falcons are an absolute disaster. All I had to hang my hat on was Miami making it to the postseason this year, and we got Mario'd once again. Soft play calling, chicken bleep at the end of the game where you take a knee. I hate it because I like Mario. You know, I had a chance to meet him and really get to know him during ACC media days, but where the hell was the team that played the first 5 weeks? The last 3 weeks from Louisville to now, even the Stanford game, they looked like dog crap for most of the game, and then they just were so much better. Eventually, they wore them out. I just don't get it. You get to ACC play, you play teams that you should be 3 or 4 touchdowns better than. You play the competition. You let Scribinis hang around, and then the next thing you know, they're selling pieces of goalposts in Dallas to a bunch of rich kids that ran on the field. It's disgusting.
John, it is bad. But what's the explanation? Because like you're saying, they're as talented, or you would say they're more talented than Notre Dame because they went out and beat them. Like, are they not as good against SMU? You can't say you played down 2 weeks in a row. I don't know when people ask me, how do you go from number 2 in the nation to getting beat by Louisville and then going down to SMU? I don't understand the drop-off, how it happens so quickly.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a situation, Channing, where they start to read the press clippings. I know Mario talked about rat poison. Or is there rat poison from within? Is there a unwillingness to adapt as the season goes along? Like, I know Mario wants, I want to pound you. I want to run you over. Well, guess what? 2 ACC games out of 3, really 3 out of 3, because Stanford in the first half was taking your lunch, and then again, you eventually wore them down. But 2 of the last 3 games, when you needed to run the ball, you could not run the ball. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 against SMU, they boat up, and they take out the middle of the field, and you lose yards. How about doing something off of that? You know how easy it would be to fake a run and do a little half-naked boot where your tight end crashes down and slides out into the flat, and he's going to be standing wide open, and he's probably going to run. When's the last time we've run that? Oh, I'll tell you, after we go down 14-10, we march right down the field and we run a play action down by the goal line, and Alex Bauman standing butt naked open in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. But Channing, it feels like there's no willingness to adapt as the season goes along. Like, okay, for these first 5 weeks, everything that we did worked. And all of a sudden it hasn't worked. And from the point that JoJo Trader had the ball pop out of his arms and get intercepted, they got scared to throw the football down the field. Everything turned into screen passes. Everything turned into A-gap run. And you hung on for dear life and unfortunately lost the game.
Last year, I think the blame pie was pretty much served to Lance Guidry at the end of the season. The way you lost to Syracuse, the way that the defense played and just looked miserable, kind of similar to how the offenses looked this year in terms of not being able to adjust. We were probably saying the same things last year in November about the defense. Do you just feel Lance Guidry last year, he was the scapegoat? Do you feel like this is trending towards Shannon Dawson perhaps being replaced here as offensive coordinator? I'm not trying to call for anybody's job, John, but this seems like the Mario path where this part of the football, this is going wrong. I got to make a change there.
Yeah, and I don't like it. I never really cared for Lance Guidry from day one. Even the first year he was here, I thought he was a little bit overrated because the offense was so bad with Tyler Van Dyke. Last year, he deserved to be fired. That defense was putrid from about week 3 on, and we just kind of rode out the string. And Solana, you're right. The end of the year, it couldn't get a stop when you needed to, and it cost you a playoff. I go back and look at some of the stuff Shannon did even before Cam Ward, before Tyler Van Dyke was throwing a bunch of interceptions, and we were creative. That Texas A&M game, you guys have probably played the quote today where he said, basically, and I'm paraphrasing, you coach scared at the end of the game, you lose. I saw a team coach scared. I don't think Shannon Dawson should be scapegoated for the way this offense is prepared and the way the offense is played. The offense looked good for 5 games. Yeah, it wasn't scoring 40 points a game. It was still scoring close to 30, and it was winning the way that they wanted to win. I just think something's amiss. I don't know if it's a Carson Beck thing. I saw him as animated as I've seen him as Miami's quarterback this weekend. They couldn't get play calls in. They called a timeout when he had audibled to a screen that was going to be a first down. He was pissed about that. And then just the way that you end the game. I mean, a screen on 2nd and 8 where you motion into the screen, where you're basically setting up to know that the screen's coming that way. And then when you get the ball back with 25 seconds left and you take a knee, Kane was sitting in the basement. He goes, Dad, what are they doing? I go, welcome to Cristobal. He thinks we're going to win in overtime. He didn't get the win in overtime, and now he leaves himself up for scrutiny. I think Shannon Dawson, to Solana, to your point, may end up being the scapegoat at the end of the year, and I don't like it one bit.
Let me ask you this, though, because a lot of us Canes fans, we have this. I mean, we got Mario. Like everyone has the same take, which is his on-field coaching doesn't match with the way that he's able to recruit. He is a top-notch recruiter, as we see year in, year out, but there's always these questionable calls. If they had a different head coach, a different game coach this season, do you think they have 2 losses?
No, I don't. And it's so tough to say that, though, because without Mario getting the guys here that he's got here, you're not as talented. Like I've seen people pull up the Manny Diaz has won more games at Duke than Mario Cristobal's won at Miami. Guess what?
Higher win percentage, John.
Yeah, that's great. Guess what? When he was at Miami, he couldn't do a damn thing. We were getting up 700 yards of offense to North Carolina. Mario has elevated to the floor of Miami. Like the floor now is 8 or 9 wins at any time. Like this year, if you finished with really less than 10 wins, it's been an unmitigated failure. But I think the floor is here. I think the ceiling with all the other coaches we've had has probably been 9. You had the one great year with Mark Richt where you won 10, and then it fell off right after that. But I think if you would have had somebody that's a little more hands-off, and somebody brought up Ed Orgeron to me. Like Ed Orgeron was not a great head coach. But the year they were great, he let Joe Brady just do whatever the hell he wanted, and he got out of the way. I thought last year Shannon Dawson was able to do whatever they wanted because they couldn't stop anybody on defense. It's something that rubbed me really the wrong way. And I don't know who it was. It was somebody on the ESPN broadcast. May have been my guy, Roddy Jones. Said something that last year Shannon Dawson told them he was more free because they knew they had to score a lot of points to win. And this year they play a little bit more conservative because they know their defense is good. To me, that's ass backwards thinking. My thought process is, I got a great defense. If I go out and bury you in the first half, put 35 on you, we can go in cruise control in the second half. I don't know if that's a Mario directive. I don't know if it's a Shannon Dawson directive. I just know the in-game acumen. He's been out-coached 2 of the last 3 games by Jeff Brom and by Rhett Lashley, guys that make half the money and have half the resources that he does.
And I tell you, Urban Meyer's first championship in Florida was all Ron Zook's guys.
Yeah.
He's very much like Mario Cristobal. Great dude. You love to be around him, drinking beer type fella, brought in all them dogs, but you needed a guy like Urban who knows game day coaching to be able to take him over that edge. I'm not saying fire Mario and figure out who that guy is.
I'm not suggesting that. I'm just wondering if people think they would actually have different on-field results.
I just don't know. I think Mario, tell me if I'm wrong, John. I think Mario is playing approaching college football like the pros do. Run the ball, set up your play action, get a game, close late and win it. Well, I think college, you look at the teams that win, they're putting up those 40. Like you said, We're not winning. We're not putting up 40. Hell, the teams that are winning are putting up 40 plus.
Yeah, guess what Fernando Mendoza and Kurt Signetti are doing in Indiana? They're dropping 50 on everybody. They're not leaving anything in the referee's hands. They're not leaving anything in overtime where we know any crazy thing can happen in overtime. They're going out and burying the hell out of people. Ryan Day, I don't like Ryan Day with his painted on beard, but guess what? Ryan Day comes out and tries to bury you. The only thing he can't do is beat Michigan. I watch, what's your guy? Mike Elko now at Texas A&M. He's pouring it on every time he gets it. These guys aren't more talented. Indiana doesn't have the same talent. Ohio State does, but A&M and Indiana don't have more talent than Miami. I'd argue Ole Miss doesn't have more talent than Miami, but what Lane Kiffin wants to do is bury him. Now, I'll say this. I know there are people, John, you want Mario fired? No, I don't. And I know good and well Mario's going nowhere. Mario's got 6 more years on his contract, barring natural disaster, like an actual hurricane coming through Coral Gables and wiping the campus off the map. Mario will be there for the next 6 years. I think Miami fans need to get that through their head that Mario's going to be there. Something's got to change. And when I talked with Mario at ACC Media Day, something struck me. The guy loves this program maybe more than I do, which I can't believe that anybody in the world, other than maybe JD the boss, loves Miami more than I do. But El Capitan loves him. He told me, he said, I owe it to the University of Miami to get us back to championship contention. Mario, I'm going to look at you. You're my boy. I think we are on a good spot right now. Whatever it takes is not working right now. What you're doing is good, but it's not great. You need to have somebody and listen to somebody, open this thing up, be aggressive. If Carson throws 3 picks, let him throw for 500 yards while he throws those 3 picks. We got too many damn dogs on this team to be struggling with these scrub-ass teams in the ACC, and it pisses me off because I'm flying down Friday. I'll be at the damn game on Saturday, and I don't want to be there because there ain't going to be 30,000 damn Miami fans there because I feel like our season's over and it's November the damn 3rd. I'm pissed just like everybody else is.
Man, don't ask my answer now. John's mad over there. Now, do you think, to that point, now you're talking to Mario, can Mario get out of his ways? You know the meme of him punching his hand.
Right.
It's not working. Could he get out his own way? If he did, some young Lane Kiffin comes in and wants to run that wide open triple quarterback in the game. Like you're saying, race to 50. Could Mario coach a race to 50 type team?
I think so, because we did last year. We saw him get out of his own way last year, maybe to his own detriment in the 4th quarter against Syracuse when they probably should have run the ball a little bit more, but you left it in Cam Ward's hands. I think he can. Truthfully, Channing, I think they got spooked in the Louisville game because it has not been the same team since that Louisville game. I think Carson Beck throwing all those interceptions gave them flashbacks of Tyler Van Dyke, and it made them say, we're going to be as conservative as we can be on offense. The second JoJo dropped that pass for a pick, they stopped taking shots down the field. And SMU had like the 128th ranked pass defense. You did yourself a disservice there. But I do think he can coach that way. I just don't know if Alex Mirabal has to tell him. I don't know if Shannon Dawson's the guy that could tell him. I don't know if one of the big boosters up top needs to say, look, bro, you're on the verge of losing this fan base. And I think that's the biggest problem, because I saw Saturday, Hoch, people turned on him. People that were staunch Mario supporters said, I'm out. I'm not buying tickets. I won't be there Saturday against Syracuse. They're out. And that's the danger. You guys know living down there. The second your fan base disappears, it takes a long time to earn their trust back.
John Michaels, 680 The Fan in Atlanta. We will break it down all season long up until the Pop-Tarts Bowl. We'll talk to you then.
No. We're going Cheez-Its Bowl this year. I need Cheez-Its and a Pepsi.
I'm with you, man. I like it. See you, John.
See ya.
There you go, John Michaels. Everyone is invited to this party. Doesn't matter who you are. Your name is on the list at Hard Rock Bet season-long celebration. Sign up today. Bet $5 on any game. If it wins, you also score $150 in bonus bets, a winning bet, and a boosted bankroll. That's how you get the party started on Hard Rock Bet. Tons of action this week, and you can get in on it on the Hard Rock Bet app, including that Miami-Syracuse game, which is coming up on Saturday. Then pro football, Miami and Buffalo on Sunday. I mean, you got it all: basketball, hockey, soccer. If you're more into hardwood than the gridiron, shoot your shot at the NBA action every night on Hard Rock Bet. Even if you're late to the action, you can live bet the game as it's happening. And if you want to see what everyone else is betting on, top picks, parlays, the Hard Rock Bet app literally shows you. It's another reason to download the app just for the info. Tap Discover, and you can see trending picks and parlays at any time. And don't forget, you refer your friends to Hard Rock Bet, you'll both score a bonus bet up to $50. It's up to $50 for you and up to $50 for them. Bet together, win together on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
I have this fantasy, I've had this for years, of becoming obese and bedridden and just watching TV all day and having people bring me food. What are we hooraying? That there was no Dolphins game yesterday? Hey!
Yeah,
Oh.
Norman Powell plays tonight.
Norman Powell, maybe.
Canes play tonight.
Canes basketball
Basketball,
tonight.
There we
yes.
go.
Canes basketball.
John Lucas.
Jay Lucas.
Jay Lucas. Who's John Lucas? The guy that wrote Star Wars?
I
John
believe
Lucas
it was his
III.
father.
I'm talking about the basketball player.
Right. Isn't Jay Lucas related to John Lucas?
Ooh. Didn't LeBron dunk over John Lucas III?
Who wrote Star Wars?
That was
Ted Lucas.
no. That was
Surprise.
Scorsese.
Luke Skywalker.
Scorsese.
Surprise. Jimmy doesn't know this, right?
No, that was George Lucas.
George Lucas.
George.
They got a big family, man.
George.
Isn't Jay Lucas related to John Lucas?
I wasn't aware.
Really?
Yeah.
Jay Lucas.
John Lucas can't be even that old, man.
Well, Jay Lucas is 36.
Got to be at least 50.
John Lucas III? Am I thinking of the same guy you guys are thinking of? The
I
guy
don't know.
LeBron dunked over?
So now, if he has a 36-year-old son, it got to be at least 51.
His father, John Lucas II, went on to have a 14-year NBA career. So my John Lucas from the NBA is a totally different John Lucas than your John Lucas from the NBA.
You don't remember LeBron running the baseline with the big three and literally catching with one hand an alley-oop on the baseline and dunking over the top of a player?
That's his brother.
John Lucas III.
Jay Lucas.
John Lucas III.
Correct. Jay Lucas's brother
Is John Lucas?
is John Lucas III,
Wow.
and his father is John Lucas II.
Oh, okay. And was this LeBron game a random Tuesday game 36?
It's one of the best highlights.
Is it,
of
I'm
the
sure
Big
if I
Three era.
saw it, I would recognize it. It doesn't jump out at me just
Never.
describing
He's
it.
the only one
Yeah.
remembers that.
Nah, it's probably a big dunk. I'm sure I'd recognize
He
it if I
dunked
saw it.
over another human being.
What's
do
the
it
one
all the
that
time.
who was the Celtic?
It was Jason Terry.
That was
That he
Jason
murdered
Terry.
him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We literally had a funeral for him on the morning show.
James.
I'll give you 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored. This is brought to you by the Lexus TX, room for all your passions and 3 rows of luxurious comfort. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. So this is what Ian Rappaport wrote about Tua and the possibility of him being released, okay? If the Dolphins, and this is Ian Rappaport from NFL Network saying, hey, here's a possibility. If the Dolphins release Tua this offseason, and a release before June 1st is basically impossible because the Dolphins owe him a fully guaranteed $54 million. It would set a new record cap hit of $99.2 million. So if they go, but that would be a way for Stephen Ross to say, hey, look how dedicated I am
Give you $100 million.
to winning, although it's a cap hit, though. $99.2 million. You'd have to hate him with every fiber of your being.
He would have had to kidnap your kids or something. 99 million.
And even then, you'd wait till after June 1st. Miami could spread that out if he's designated as a post-June 1st cut. $67 million in 2026, $31.8 million in 2027. It would be costly, but Denver did it. And Miami could similarly withstand such a hit if it decides that's what's best for the franchise. A trade pre-June 1st would leave $45.2 million of dead money against the Dolphins' salary cap. Another option, which seems more viable, is pay down some of his salary next offseason and trade him as a bridge quarterback for a team in transition or one that has a young QB that they'd like to sit.
Mm-hmm.
Would a team pay a portion of Tua's salary to have him as a bridge starter? Likely they would. This is what the Dolphins offseason in part will be about.
That last option, I actually have something written down about this. Why keep McDaniel might be intelligent with thinking about the what was that, fourth option? You keep McDaniel because he's the one that can maximize Tua's performance. I wouldn't say it against the Ravens, but the week before we've seen Tua play very well in McDaniel's offense. You maximize Tua to up his trade value or his attention to another team so that you can trade him, pay it down. Like you say, the Broncos did with Russell Wilson, move on from him, keep McDaniel to maximize Tua. When Tua leaves, you fire him. So the new coach and GM coming together, that big three you're talking about, new coach, new GM, they get to go pick their quarterback.
I mean, it's an interesting conversation to be having, which is, how are you going to get rid of Tua? Because that's where they're at now.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the Buffalo game Sunday, because now we know that Stephen Ross obviously likes Mike McDaniel.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if he feels the same way or if Mike McDaniel feels the same way still about Tua. Like, we don't know the interpersonal relationships, but it is interesting.
Who got their phone on?
It's my son. Well, he's on breakthrough, so it always rings. But
good looking boy.
Yeah. Well,
you could take it.
I'm not gonna take it.
Maybe he's calling you during the show.
He has no clue when I work.
No. Maybe he has a Buzelis take or something to make some money.
When I saw the phone ringing, I first thought to myself, do the Bulls play tonight? Because if the Bulls play tonight, I would answer the call.
Yeah.
But they don't play tonight.
Oh, okay.
So it can't be that important. But I think that the Dolphins are at this point where it's like, how do we move on without Tua? And so when I say I'm really interested to see how they perform Sunday against the Bills, like, again, the team's being sold out off if they can. We know Jalen Phillips is gone. I'm assuming there's going to be more.
Mm-hmm.
The GM is gone. The coach is ostensibly coaching for his career, which is silly because they're taking away pieces, which like the whole thing is silly. And then you have to imagine that Tua, like you said, is kind of on display now.
Yep.
He's being displayed for other teams who might be interested in a bridge quarterback. How on earth can a team function when all of this is going on? I find this to be voyeuristically a remarkable exercise in sport, in business. You know, it's like if you're working for a place and they tell you, oh yeah, we're shutting down at the end of the month. It's like, well, how is everyone going to function from November 3rd till the end of the month when we know we're going out of business?
Mm-hmm.
And that has to be how it feels around the facility. Like, hey, this incarnation is going out of business. Dolphins aren't going out of business, but this incarnation, what we've built with Chris Greer and like this incarnation, this is a going out of business sale.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to react and respond. It's going to be fascinating to me.
The roster's a car. We know the engine and the carburetor don't work. You're the blinker. Hey, I'm a pretty good blinker, but this car is about to be sold off. You're going with that going on. How does that affect you mentally? I'm telling you, I said it earlier. It's going to be like they're saying, everybody's praising.
Because you know what the line is Sunday?
They're still playing for McDaniel. We're going to see on Sunday playing against a good team if they're still playing.
But what if they don't
McDaniel.
have players that are of value?
The roster that was constructed is a 2-6 roster.
Well, that's true.
Now it's going to be less than a 2-6 roster.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you expect out of that?
But you've only lost right now. You've only lost Jalen Phillips.
No. But what if you lose Minka? What if you lose Jalen Waddle?
But those guys, I mean, Jalen Waddle is a different conversation, right? But like Minka, Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, I'm not saying they're not great players. They are. But have they really made this colossal impact? You're 2-6. No. Those are the guys that were supposed to keep you from being 2-6.
Solana, not a colossal impact, but the guys that they beat out are worse than him.
That's what I was about to say. They haven't made a colossal impact. So imagine the players who couldn't beat them out for positions then being the guys who are in charge.
So using the quarterback, remember when Tim Boyle and them got in the game last year? Think about Bradley's Tim Boyle.
Right.
Now he's playing DN. This is what I'm talking about. With whatever Jalen Phillips' snaps are going to be taken by somebody that's not Jalen Phillips.
Dolphins are 8.5-point home dogs, by the way, against Buffalo.
I would lay the point.
It feels like they're begging you because you saw Buffalo last night. And you can't imagine that the Dolphins are in this great frame of mind. Like, hey, let's go out and show them that we're the competitors in the AFC. Like
strong-minded
what's
individuals.
left? Yeah.
If they're smart in that building, they're preaching, go out here and show off, put on film what you want the world to see. Don't tell me we're making a playoff run. Don't tell me we're turning this around. Go out here and prove that you belong in this league and show everybody else. The guy in front of you win your one-on-one battle. There's a lot of ways to say, go out here and play to the best of your ability because you're probably not going to be on this team. Or if you are, it's going to be a new coaching staff, a new GM, a new everything. Go put on film what you want the football world to see every single snap. That should be the message. And back to the Tua thing real quick. To your point, there's options now, and they're putting it out. Like, we know there's options of Tua leaving. Is there any way that you're upset by that? Is there anybody out there? Like, is there still a Tua-anon or whatever they call it?
Yes. It would bother me. This is going to sound crazy.
Bother you?
Based on who comes in.
That doesn't matter, Hawk. You have to cut ties. You have to get divorced. You don't have another wife lined up. You just have to get divorced.
I guess. I guess. I mean, theoretically, you're correct, but also, I don't.
You don't have to get divorced next year. You really don't. I understand the idea of trading Tua, and if you pay part of his salary, another team pays part of his salary, and you can kind of start finding the next guy. I realize that, but the reality of the situation is you're on the hook for a ton of money here, and you're probably not in a position next year where you're going to be contending for a Super Bowl. This could be a situation where Tua plays one more season in Miami.
You don't think they're going to contend for a Super Bowl next season?
Hey, you know what, though? It's not out of the question because in my group chat today,
Solana.
I'll just say this. In my group chat today, my guys are like, oh, well, this means 3 more years of tanking before we're even maybe good. And I said, hey, there's a lot of examples around the NFL where teams go from being really bad one season, like the Dolphins are this year. They clean house, new regime, and next year, not that they're the Patriots of Tom Brady, but they're playoff teams. The Denver Broncos.
What's your text thread called? One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Some damn dummies. That's what it's called. A group of damn dummies.
The Washington Commanders, Hawk. The Washington Commanders.
I'm not having this
We're in
conversation.
the NFC
I had this
Championship
conversation
game.
with this roster before the season started. I'm not having this conversation now.
The Colts, they turned Shane Steichen and Daniel
In
Jones
one
turned
game,
it around.
in one season.
I'm with you. The Commanders turned it around. The Patriots right now, it took them 4 years, went through second coach is Vrabel. I understand what you're saying. Is Tua a part of that? I do not believe that. Just on the Tua aspect.
I don't think he should, but I'm being realistic here. You're looking. Hawk just read you the numbers. The idea that somebody's trading for Tua Tagovailoa, given how bad he's played this season or how bad he's looked at times this season, given how much money he's owed, given the media circus that comes with Tua Tagovailoa, and given the fact that the guy is one hit away from a bigger media circus and potentially fencing up on the field, I think just expecting, as Ian Rappaport lays out, that another team would be willing to trade for him. I'm not saying they wouldn't, but I think I'm just being realistic here,
Someone
guys.
needs him.
I got
Someone needs him.
the Saints.
Yeah, there you go.
Shuck.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, you're not going to bench Shuck for...
You want Shuck to develop.
Yeah,
Spencer Rattler's terrible. We pay 48 million. They pay the rest. You let him kind of show Shuck the ropes. You're not going to be good anyway. They're not. The Saints aren't paying. They don't have any big money people. They probably have some salary cap space. You let Shuck develop, and then Tua, I don't know, goes to Hawaii. Builds a mountain, lives on a mountain. I don't know if he can build the mountain.
Let Tua run. I'm just go out.
That's grown man abuse.
Let him run.
If they let him run, it's
let
grown man
him
abuse.
run. Go toe to toe with Josh Allen. Wipe out the memory of you saying you can't do half of what he does this Sunday. Toe to toe. If he scrambles for 36 yards, you better scramble for 37.
And they're going to call grown man protective services on McDaniel.
Drop your shoulder. Don't slide.
No,
Drop your shoulder.
His shoulder's next to his head.
Let's get headlines brought to you by Durrell Volkswagen, home of the Pricito. Our lowest price. Visit them at Durrell Volkswagen or DurrellVolkswagen.com.
Bro, it's going to be a Bills Mafia takeover.
Oh, my
at Hard Rock
God.
Stadium.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Hey, elbow room. Enough with the Bills Mafia takeover stuff.
Elbow room is fine.
Elbow room. Come on.
They're
Enough.
fine. We're not calling out
Enough.
elbow room. I mean, that's Panthers headquarters.
Well, that's the thing. I love elbow room. Love the people at elbow room. You can't do we're South Florida's bar when the Florida Panthers are celebrating back-to-back Stanley Cup titles. The Stanley Cup runs through elbow room. You can't do that and then hey, Bills Mafia, come over here, come party with us. Like, are you South Florida's bar or are you not South Florida's bar?
Yeah,
Right.
sound like they're the Panthers bar.
It does. And, yeah.
They're gonna make more money Sunday than they do on the whole other Dolphins
Send them
game.
somewhere else, man.
Josh Giddey is now the favorite on Bet Online for most improved player, 5-1. Josh Giddey, if you're not on the Josh Giddey economic development plan, just bet him double every game. I cashed it again last night.
I was ready to make fun of you and had to look up the
I
stats.
said to Crowder when we were off the air, I'm like, Josh Giddey's having an MVP season, and he looked up the stats.
22, 9, and 9. That's
Dude's
crazy.
Dude's almost averaging a triple-double, but he is a double-double machine.
Yeah, that's impressive.
How about this? Out of the 5 players on most improved on Bet Online, 2 of them are Bulls. Giddey and Buzelis.
Can't argue that.
Giddey's 5-1, Buzelis 10-1.
What's Jaime Jaquez Jr.?
20-1.
He's on his 5?
Well, no. If I take out the 5, if I look beyond top 5.
He's not in the top 5?
No, he's like 10.
How's that possible?
I mean, you're only watching Heat games.
Yeah, probably.
Hawk, Jaime's numbers, he dropped 31 yesterday.
Let me see, because I got proved wrong by numbers on this
Bro,
Giddey.
Jaime had the best
I
plus
saw
minus
some
in the
write-up.
NBA.
I saw some write-up that theoretically Victor Wembanyama could win MVP and most improved.
Yeah.
Right?
Depends how they
How
look
you
at the
define most improved, but he
improved.
missed a lot of games due to injury.
Yeah, I mean, dude had deep vein thrombosis.
Yeah.
But shouldn't that be comeback player of the year?
Maybe he wins all 3 of them.
Just give him everything?
ISO J is 19, 7, and 5. Not bad numbers.
Off the bench?
Not bad. I'm with you. That's
Giddey's
impressive.
playing 38 minutes a night. Jaime's doing this off the bench.
Well, give Jaime 6th man of the year. He's third in line.
Okay.
AJ Mitchell 9-2, Jeremy Grant 9-1, Jaime Jaquez Jr. 12-1.
You see the Portland Trailblazers are 4-1 since Chauncey Billups got arrested.
Do you know who their coach is?
Who?
I saw it yesterday, but I don't remember.
I can't remember either.
Y'all had a stare off. You know not to look this way.
It's someone
Because
who
I
means
saw it.
something to us.
Does it? Because
Yes.
I saw who it was yesterday.
Who's the Trailblazers interim coach, Jimmy?
No idea.
All right.
Is it Tiago Splitter?
Yes, it's Tiago Splitter.
Holy hell.
It's Tiago Splitter. And you
Thiago
know,
got him going.
you know I like Tiago Splitter. Tiago Splitter. You've got to have a splitter. Tiago Splitter. You remember what he was doing to the Heat? Tiago Splitter has saved the Blazers season.
I used to weigh him out.
Isn't that funny? Tiago Splitter.
Who would you rather build around? Jaime Jaquez Jr. or Josh Giddey?
Giddey.
Man, you guys don't know ball. Crazy.
You forgot about last year?
All right, let's do headlines because I want to get to Will Manso.
Mike McDaniel speaking to the media right now.
Guy puts on the chat, research, not a big thing for WQAM. 100% true.
We should make T-shirts.
We literally have not gotten, what were we doing at the beginning of the show? Or we couldn't even know who Jay Lucas was related to. We didn't know anything.
That's his daddy. No, he wrote Star Wars.
Monday Night Football game tonight. No idea who's playing, though.
Cowboys and Cardinals.
Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate that.
Oh.
we should just do headlines like that, right?
Jimmy not understanding the joke is brilliant. Jimmy still doesn't
It
know
really
that was
is.
funny.
It really is.
You know, you asked him something, so now he got on top
Right.
of it.
But you realize we were talking about not knowing anything. And then so he said, I have no idea who Monday Night Football is, but he was joking. That was like part of the joke. But then you barreled in with the actual opponents.
Somebody
Funny.
has to.
Right. No, we got it. Still not getting it. I don't think.
Well, let's
Nope,
test
nope.
it.
I don't think he's still getting it.
Let's test it. The Dolphins traded Jalen Phillips today. No idea who they traded him to. No idea what they got in return.
Nah, I don't know.
Hey, yo, Jimbo.
3rd round pick to the Eagles.
Oh, all right.
The Miami Heat play the Clippers tonight at 10:30. Norman Powell is questionable. We'll see if he makes his debut on this road trip, but I hope he does because it's a revenge game in LA.
All right.
It's the Clips. Mike McDaniel on Jalen Phillips being traded to the Eagles. Quote, I have a high regard and a lot of investment in Jalen Phillips. That part of the business I absolutely dislike in terms of having to say goodbye to a good player.
All right.
Mike McDaniel.
He dislikes any of the hard parts. He really does, because he doesn't even like replacing a person on the field. Like, he dislikes the hard parts.
Yes. The coaching side of coaching.
I'll get this full clip so we can play it later, but I'm just reading here. Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer's firing. Quote, Mr. Ross told me directly. That's an emotional toll when you realize things are going to be different.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Ooh, that's a 2-minute long clip. Maybe I won't get that entire thing. All right, guys. Canes basketball tonight. Women play at 5. They host Hofstra. And the men play at 8. They host Jacksonville, the Finns.
Right.
And that's pretty much it for your local schedule.
Barry Jackson says, asked if Tua will be the starter for the rest of the season if healthy. McDaniel says, I am far from even going that direction of would have, could have, possible things. He said Tua gives them the best chance to win versus Buffalo this week. When a player doesn't give you the best chance to win, you adjust. We play the players who give us the best chance to win. If that changes, we adjust there. As a franchise quarterback, we've shown our belief in him by putting resources toward him. Says in general about everything, quote, all things in football are on the table. For conjectures for a headline, I don't see how that helps the Miami Dolphins.
He could have just said he's the starting quarterback.
He's the starter this week.
Yeah, but that leaves it open for next week. So he's just lining himself up for this question weekly.
Yeah, he's not going to guarantee you that he's going to be, because I think Champ Kelly has probably said, hey, everything is going to be on the table.
Do not say, yes, this guy's going to play the remainder of the season.
Also, the resources that Mike McDaniel was talking about were Liam Eichenberg, Jonas Savat-Inaya, and Julian Hill.
Well, and $250 million.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. All right, your weather in South Florida right now, partly cloudy. Tonight, the lows will be in the mid-70s. It's in the 80s right now. That's sponsored by Chill Zone AC, featuring reliable root AC systems. Make your AC great again. Visit chillzoneac.com.
Will Manso is going to join us in the next segment, unless the Dolphins and the players are still talking. Because when I was talking to him this morning, he's like, hey, as long as the Dolphins availability, but I'm seeing all this. Oh, Will just texted me. I'm good. So he'll be here in the next segment. It is that time of year. Opening day of the championship meet at Gulfstream Park is around the corner. Champions return to Gulfstream Park on Thursday, November 27th for opening day of championship meet, where the world's greatest jockeys, trainers, and thoroughbreds compete for glory every Thursday through Sunday. Whether you're enjoying a premium trackside dining event at 10 Palms Restaurant, or catching every race in Silk Simulcast Room, or standing front row on the apron, you'll feel the power, passion, and excitement of championship meet. I always say, if you live in South Florida and you don't make it to Gulfstream Park for some horse racing, especially this time of year, or fine dining or casino gambling, you are missing out. Gulfstream Park offers the hottest slots and electronic table games and combines the excitement of casino gaming with the thrill of thoroughbred racing in one electrifying destination. November is loaded at Gulfstream. Taste at the Track is Sunday, November 16th. Martinis, panini, and linguine. Get your tickets online now at gulfstreampark.com. And again, opening day of championship meet is on Thanksgiving Day. Thursday, the 27th, you can elevate your Thanksgiving Day with a unique and thrilling experience in 10 Palms at Gulfstream Park. Gather your family and friends for an incredible spread while you watch an incredible afternoon of live racing. A perfect location for families, friends, and racing enthusiasts to celebrate Thanksgiving in style. You can get all the details on that and all the upcoming events at Gulfstream Park at gulfstreampark.com.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
You have Tua, you can make Tua Tartar.
All right, Will Manso in 1 second. I want to talk about Caneswear first because the Canes are back home Saturday hosting Syracuse. And listen, it's the perfect week. Get a chance to get some new Canes gear at Caneswear in Davie. Maybe change the whole kind of vibe. Maybe it starts with what you're wearing to the game or to watch a game on your couch. So you go to Caneswear, you go online to caneswear.com. Dolphins are home Sunday as well, hosting Buffalo. So again, get to Caneswear in Davie because it's not just Canes merch. It's Dolphins, it's Inter Miami, it's Heat, it's Marlins, it's Panthers. Caneswear in Davie has it all. Hurricanes basketball is underway tonight. So maybe you're headed to the Watsco Center, catch some college hoops. Stop by Caneswear in Davie. Make sure you've got the latest gear. Or maybe you're waiting for conference play. You want to go online, get your merch now online at caneswear.com. Shirts, hats, jerseys, shorts, hoodies for you and the entire family, including pets at Caneswear. They've got everything from team-branded phone cases to slides for your feet to wall clocks to pennants to Leo Messi T-shirts. Win it all on Saturday for Inter Miami. Or winner take all. Just win, baby.
Get to the second round, but win.
Either way, visit the store in Davie. They're on University Drive right next to La Spada's, or you could shop online at caneswear.com. They honestly have anything Canes you can think of, so make it a point to get there this week, or hop online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot South Florida sports fans shop. All right, Will Manso is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline, sports anchor, reporter at Local 10 here in Miami. You see him on the Heat broadcasts on FanDuel Sports Network, son. What do you want to talk about? Dolphins, Canes? What floats your boat, Will?
The weather. How about that? It's beautiful. I'm standing outside of Dolphins camp and I'm looking at this blue sky going, you know what? We may have bad football, but, man, we've got great weather.
That's a great outlook on that. So I've been saying to Crowder and Solana all show, like Sunday to me is going to be such an exercise in the human psyche because you're walking around there at the Dolphins facility. Their GM has been fired. They've traded Jalen Phillips. We know other players are on the trade block. The season has been a failure. So their incarnation is a failure. Their coach is ostensibly coaching for his job. Like the vibe there has to be, I don't know, unreal.
I mean, did you and I will say that you and I did not talk prior to this, but you know that I asked McDaniel that exact question today, and I phrased it in just about the same way. I said, Mike,
we're a couple of UM guys. I mean, you have to be very high in your verbal aptitude. Yeah.
I said, Mike, I don't mean to be dramatic, but you're 2-7. The GM just got fired. Your job is on the line. You're trading players. It appears your owner's headed to a rebuild. How in the world do you what even is this? Like, how do you keep moving forward to focus on a football game? And he said, the honest answer is because it's my job, because we have guys in this locker room and leaders that have to believe. And I know, look, it's a lot of cliche stuff, but Alec Giggold sort of was asked a similar question, and he said, we get paychecks. We're paid. We have contracts. We have to play hard. Now, that's easier said than done when you see all these changes. You know, if you're a coach knowing that you may not be here, when your players knowing that you're probably rebuilding, it's tough to focus. And then you've got the Buffalo Bills coming to town in that machine. So it's hard right now, guys, to find anything positive here with the Dolphins because everything seems to be trending in a rebuild direction.
And Will, speaking about McDaniels, coaching for his job, is Tua playing for his job? Like, can he be impressive enough? Because now there's rumors, Hoch read it earlier where, like, there's options for them to get rid of him, pick up some of his salary, try to use him as a stopgap for other teams, all that stuff. Is he playing to stay or is he just trying to get good film?
I mean, look, McDaniel was asked a similar question to that, Channing, and he was asked straight up, would you consider benching him? Because that was the report this weekend from what I think it was NFL Network. And McDaniel said, that's the furthest thing from my mind right now. He's my franchise quarterback. He's our best option. right now for this game against Buffalo. But for me to speculate on what I could do down the road is silly. So I think he left the door pretty open that, yeah, there's a possibility that as this goes on, if the Dolphins are 2-9, 2-10, 2-11, 3-10, whatever the case may be, that they may want to get a look at one of their younger quarterbacks, most likely Quinn Ewers, right? I mean, you kind of know what you have in Zach Wilson. So I do think he's playing for his future. We know the guarantee he has next year in his contract. Financially, obviously, Tua's in good shape. He's made a lot of money. He's got more money coming. But as far as the quarterback of the future, I think it's safe to say, guys, that he's not the quarterback of the future here, no matter what his contract says.
Will, how do you think the Dolphins should approach this, though? And I know there's a lot of different ways that they can, but, I mean, if they're going to clean house, shouldn't they just clean house here? I think McDaniel's a good dude, and I think he's a great play caller. He might even, heck, be a great NFL head coach, but, I mean, do we really want to do this again where it's like the GM head coach carousel where you fire one, you keep the other, and you're hoping for a collaborative process with the new GM? Like, if they're going to clean house and they're looking at ways or examining ways to get rid of Tua as well, shouldn't they just clean house completely, everybody?
Yes. The answer is yes, but here's the caveat to that. It's Stephen Ross, and he's the owner, and when you're the owner, you're the boss, and you can make the decisions. In a perfect world, whoever the general manager he hires, where it's Champ Kelly becomes from interim to full-time, or he hires someone else, that person is going to bring in their head coach. They should not be forced Mike McDaniel on them just because Stephen Ross wants it. But you can't discount the possibility that could happen because we've seen it happen before. We've seen that strange dynamic before already in this franchise during Ross's tenure as owner. So you can't discount the fact it happens. You're right. In a perfect world, the new general manager decides who the next head coach is. I like Mike. I think Mike's got a future in the NFL, whether it's a head coach, probably not, but certainly as an offensive mind, he's well respected. But results matter, and the process of this culture and all the talk matters, and it's obviously gone in the wrong direction. I think it's pretty clear that he will not be the head coach moving forward, but you can't discount the possibility because of Stephen Ross's admiration for him that he could say to Champ Kelly, hey, you're going to stay our GM, but let's make this work with Mike. I think he's still the guy.
And well, that the new approach or the seeing, whatever the tea leaves, can't you get more aggressive? Couldn't you call more blitzes? Couldn't you, do more innovative stuff offensively? Like, I've already been given up on. Let me go out here and try to prove something aggressively other than just slowly run the ball and play cover 4 and not mess up. Go show that you know what the hell you're doing because, hell, we're losing anyway.
I think can I tell you something? That's a good point, Cheney, because I do think the one thing that came out of this weekend was a little clarity. I asked Mike today straight up, I said, were you given assurances by Stephen Ross that you're going to be the head coach the rest of the season? And he danced around the question. He didn't answer it. He basically started to answer it, but then said, look, my focus, the only focus should be and will be preparing for a very tough team in the Buffalo Bills. But to your point, though, if he does have some sort of assurance, right, which I think it seems to agree that is the case for the rest of this season, then go out and just coach your ass off. Like, just try different things. Like, go out there and just be different just to show that, hey, I'm not going to quit on this just because I might lose my job. I'm going to go out and I'm going to find ways with whatever mess you leave behind post-trade deadline of players. And trust me, I think there will be a lot more moves in the next 24 hours. Whatever happens next, I'm going to show you that I can coach and not just quit on this job because it doesn't seem like the future is me.
That's right. Run Tua. Naked boots for Tua. Run toe for toe with Josh Allen on Sunday. If Josh Allen lowers his shoulder, Tua lowers his shoulder.
Wildcat Tua.
Wildcat Tua.
Yeah. Put him at DB.
Convert him to tight end. Show them all, Mike. Can you put into words, Will, what this Kane season has become after losing to Louisville and then SMU? We've seen this movie before. It didn't feel like we were going to see it this time.
And you hit the nail on the head. I honestly am more surprised that this is happening than ever in the last decade or so, but it's certainly the Mario Cristobal era, because I thought Mario was doing a very good job. And I still do think he's doing a good job at accumulating talent and recruiting and bringing some sort of respect level back to Miami as far as the talent level, the talk of first round picks and being able to get high end quarterbacks in the portal and all the things that he's done. But none of that matters if you don't win and win big. And right now, look, year 1, year 2, you give him a pass. Year 3, last year, you could say you didn't get a defense. Now you get a good defensive coordinator. You seem to have a good overall team, and yet you're losing games in the same way. And at some point when the players are all different, different, right? And the guys you're bringing are all different. You have to look at the one constant, and the one constant is the coaching, and the one constant is Mario Cristobal. And so he said this weekend, I don't know if you guys heard it, he was talking about, we can't get all the rats out there, the rat poison, the rat gnawing at you and talking. And I'm sorry, man. Look, I can blame the media for a lot of things, and I'm in the media. We all are. Sometimes we probably take things a little too far with talk and gossip and drama. Sure, but none of this is drama. This is reality. This team can't find a way to win big games and loses these ACC games that they should win when they have more talented opponent. So if you want to start blaming people, look in the mirror. Mario Cristobal has to change his way and be more innovative. Channing talked about Mike McDaniel just trying whatever. Mario has to start trusting that talent that he has, trusting the coaching that he has, and stop playing so close to the vest and so close to this whole, grind it out, slow football, win the fourth quarter kind of stuff. Trust your players and your coaches, because right now he's coaching not to lose instead of coaching to win. And the reality is coaching not to lose is costing them losses.
Well, it was that 25 seconds left to get 50 yards. I've seen 3 touchdowns scored in 25 seconds in college.
Yeah,
that was ridiculous, Neyland, on that one.
And so many of the things he does are so conservative. And again, because he is from the old school of you don't want to do anything to ruin your chance to win, right? You want to do things right. I get it. But to me, it's what's the harm? And just, okay, we got 25 seconds of timeout. Flip the ball out to Malachi Tony and said, Malachi, go run. See if you can find a hole and get 30, 40 yards. You don't have to throw the ball, chuck it 40 yards down the field, but do something to play for overtime, to play for field goals, to get conservative like we've seen the way they've done over the last few years in spots, is the brand of football that brings what we're seeing, which is, not winning. And 9-2, 10-2 records, that's great. But Mario was brought here to compete for ACC titles. 4 years in, they still haven't played an ACC title game, and it sure as heck doesn't look like they're going to play in one this year.
Hey, Will, just because it happened last night, I love your tweet about the Heat game. Basically, Norman Powell, come save us. Hopefully that happens tonight. But really quickly about Kel'el Ware, is this going to end up with Niko Jovic in the starting lineup or Jaime in the starting lineup? Because it just doesn't look like Spo's loving what Kel'el's putting out there.
Yeah. I try to read the tea leaves on this, and they're going to say all the things they want about Kel'el and motivating him stuff. There's a disconnect there with Spo and Kel'el, and I don't think that's a strange thing to say or a speculative thing to say. There's clearly a disconnect, and I don't mean in personality. I mean in just what Spo wants from Kel'el that he's not there yet, because we've seen it too often. The proof is in the pudding. Spo between the benching last night after the first few minutes, the stuff he said in the offseason, remember the summer league and in the preseason when he had big games and he said he wanted more from him. Spo wants Kel'el to get to a level that right now Kel'el's not at. And he's still young and they're not going to give up on him. But I do think that they're not also just going to force feed him in there until he figures things out. And he's young enough and talented enough too. I like Kel'el. I know they do too. But I do think we're going to see kind of a pause there until he starts to figure things out and what they want from him.
Will Manso from Local 10 and FanDuel Sports Network, son. Thank you, Will.
Anytime, guys.
There you go, Will Manso. I talk about Atlantic Men's Clinic on this show. I am a believer, and you'll be a believer too if you need it. Maybe you've noticed that your energy is lower and your workouts aren't as productive, you're not sleeping as well, you feel brain fog, your sex drive is off. If you're experiencing some or all of those symptoms, you might have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. Call my friends at Atlantic Men's Clinic today. Get treated for your low T. Living with low testosterone is no way to live. And again, I'm speaking from experience. I can attest to the difference. Atlantic Men's Clinic. They really are the experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. If you're like a lot of guys who are low T, start going to Atlantic Men's Clinic. Within just a few weeks, you're going to feel your energy return, the brain fog go away, your sleep improve, your workouts improve, your sex drive will be significantly enhanced. Go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. There's a low T quiz right there on the website. It takes a minute. Then schedule a consult if you want. And they do your lab work right there. They have your results within 30 minutes. A Florida licensed medical provider will review your results with you and discuss your options. And I always say Atlantic Men's Clinic, most men wait a year or longer before they call. Don't wait. There's 7 locations in South Florida, including their new office in Hollywood. So call them, 877-455-7300, 877-455-7300, or visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
Jimmy, you know how to make a hot tea?
No, I do not.
You know the ingredients of tea.
Water.
Disabled vehicle in Miami-Dade southbound at the Palmetto right before Miami Lakes Drive. That's going to take the left lane. And emergency vehicles 95 Express going southbound right before the exit for the Palmetto, taking all lanes. And a crash in Broward County southbound by the Sawgrass Atlantic Boulevard, blocking 2 right lanes. I'm Gia, and that's traffic on FM 104.3 WEQAM and always live on the free Odyssey app.
turn your magic on.
Got you.
What is this? Who is this?
This is John
Legend.
No.
It is not John Legend.
John Mayer.
This is John Mayer. Turn your magic on.
Boom.
It's a big, good-looking white boy there.
Who is this, Jimmy?
Coldplay.
Ah, that's one of your favorite bands.
I love Coldplay.
We've got Heat tickets to give away every day this week. Heat and Cavs at the Kaseya Center, November 10th. What is that? A Monday? That's one.
Yeah,
1 week from today, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Calendar's not popping up.
On the front of your phone.
It's the 3rd, Hawk.
It's,
Today's the 3rd. Today's Monday.
So that
7
always
days.
works out that way?
Always. 7 days from the day you're
All right.
currently on is the same day of the week.
You're 100%?
I would bet everything that I own on that.
Leap year.
There you go. Eat that one.
Ooh.
I don't think you lose. I'm not certain. Anyway,
Back, Hog. What you
we've
doing,
got
man?
we've got Heat tickets every day this week, so just keep listening. Did you see that tweet from a Hurricanes fan that went viral after the game on Saturday? I mean, I saw Barry Jackson retweet it. I saw a whole bunch of people retweet it. Let me see if I can find it. The guy's name was Steve Kim. It was just I think just a fan, but it kind of went viral. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I'm going to have time to find it, but I do have a printout of it. It's just I have a printout of something that's difficult. It's difficult to read. Let me see if this is it. No, that's not it. All right. This is what he tweeted. Okay, so I'm back at my room at the Quality Inn. He had gone to the game.
Mm-hmm.
You can see, just an ordinary guy. He's at the Quality Inn.
Nice place.
That sounds like a place you would stay.
Oh, I've been
actually,
at a
'cause-
Quality Inn.
Yeah, that's the kind of place that asks you when you say the toilet's
Boy.
stuffed up and they hand you the plunger.
I stayed in a Roach motel this weekend.
Why? Why
I
would
did
you
too.
do that?
I stayed at
Why?
a Fairfield Inn.
Why?
This Saturday?
I
night.
was a Fairfield. We should have called him and got a discount.
But did you know they're Bomb Boy?
Yeah,
That's why I
Fairfield
stayed
is
at the
that's like a discount Marriott.
Not in Fort
Yeah.
Pierce, it isn't.
You stayed at a
Oh.
Fairfield Inn and what?
So Little Chan had a baseball tournament in Fort Pierce.
You just look for the lowest rate.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's why you end up at these hotels.
Oh, Huck, do I know I can spend another $300 and get a nice room? Yes. Just me and Little Chan. Ava, my daughter, had the basketball stuff, so Asia stayed with her in Miami, and it's just me and Little Chan went to Fort Pierce. But the games are set up funny where it's like you play at 1 and 5. If you win both games, you play at 11 the next day. If you lose one game, you play at 7 a.m. So you don't really know. They messed around and lost the second game. 8 a.m., which means you got to be at the field at 7 a.m., which means I'm not driving home to leave the house at 5 a.m. to get back to Fort Pierce. But now it's 9:30 at night. We just need somewhere to sleep for 6 hours. $72, including tax.
Oh, no chance, man.
Boy, did that room smell funny.
$2.
No chance.
Yep, because I
In
have the
Fort Pierce, no less.
Oh my goodness. It was a Long John Silver. When I turned by the Long John
you know, Long
Silver,
John Silver's is now a chicken place.
not in Fort Pierce.
Yes, it is. Long John Silver's is now Long John Silver's chicken.
It's a fish on the emblem.
No, it is not. It is now a chicken on the emblem.
See, 'cause I didn't even turn in there. So I went between the Long John Silver's and the gas station, the little dirt road to get to the hotel, and that's when I knew it was a bad off situation.
I don't think I've ever had Long John Silver.
I've never had Long John Silver's either, but their chicken tenders, because I the thought of buying like fast food fish always struck me as odd, even though the breading looks really good.
It was used to be delicious when you were a kid.
And now they have the breading on chicken tenders, and it looks really good. I don't know where there's a Long John Silver's. Am I right?
It's a chicken.
It's a chicken on the logo. They are now Long John Silver's chicken.
Oh, it's about an hour and a half north of your house, Fort Pierce.
I'm telling you that Long John Silver's. I know, yeah, Jimmy, mind blown. Everyone's expecting Dolphins news, but I'm breaking something that's even more important.
Chicken wraps is what they're pushing right now.
Long John Silver's is a chicken place.
But it still has a little fish on the sign.
It's got a chicken on the sign.
It has a chicken.
That's an ugly chicken.
You think that's a fish? you gotta get your head examined.
Jesus.
You
No
think
wonder the
that's a
ticket
fish?
wizard doesn't want to go fishing with you anymore.
A goblin.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Wild, man.
Jimmy, call Long John
There we
Silver's
go.
and ask them when they switched over to chicken. They still have fish, but they're pushing chicken.
Right, no,
that's
I mean,
like
Really smart.
trying to broaden their appeal.
Makes sense.
Oh, first time. That's 40 years.
It totally makes sense. I've never been to a Long John Silver's. And the reason was I didn't really like fish when I was a kid.
Mhm.
And so that wasn't part of my arsenal. So then as you grow up, like, I know which fast food places I like. And Long John Silver's, I'd never been to one. So it's just not part of my arsenal. But if they had chicken, I might have been there.
It's actually smart.
It's very smart.
Broadening your menu.
Speaking of which, today's National Sandwich Day.
Oh.
On Saturday, I stayed in a hotel probably 5 minutes away from your house, Crowder. It was basically in Davie because I was going to a party Saturday night. It was a Oktoberfest party. I took my dash boot. We were going to be drinking.
Oh, I saw your guys' costumes.
Yeah.
You and Valentina. That was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was all right.
I thought that was cute. I actually thought those were cute costumes.
Yeah.
You got a hotel room 30 minutes from your house?
Literally 30 minutes away. I thought it was a little bit farther, but it ended up being 30 minutes. But I was going to be hammered. I'm not going to drive home at 3 a.m. hammered.
That's responsible.
So I said, you know what? Fairfield Inn. On the way up there, I'm like, I gotta set some sort of like layer in my stomach. I'm gonna be drinking a lot of brewskis tonight. Original chicken sandwich at Burger King still slaps. That is the best
Here's the thing.
chicken sandwich.
The plank?
Well,
Wait a
why are you
second, though.
going? Here's the thing. You
Well,
always
no.
You and I are kindred spirits.
Yes. No, I love the original chicken sandwich. Here's the thing. If I'm going to, actually nowadays, if I'm going to go to a party with my wife or your fiance, and I know I'm going to be drinking, and then I'm going to get a hotel room, like there's going to be significant action, but I want to set the scene. You're in a $70 Davie Fairfield Inn, and you took her to Burger King?
Well, I got the suite.
Oh. They had a refrigerator in the corner?
Hey, whoever is in room 304, don't lay on that couch for a couple weeks. And it was only $8 more for the
That is
suite, Hoch.
so terrible to do
$8
to your
more.
fiance. You guys got dressed up in cute outfits. You
Yeah.
went to a party, and then you get back to the hotel room, and it's a Fairfield Inn
Sweet.
with the rattling air conditioning.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You walk into the room, and you have one choice: either leave the noise, leave a jet engine on for the entire night, or turn it into a sauna. There's no middle ground.
Sweat to death.
My AC didn't sound that loud.
Ridiculous. Why would you do that?
What am I supposed to do? Go to the Gaylord Palms? in
Yes,
Davie?
yes. Make it a nice
There is
special
some
night.
it's right by Sawgrass.
You don't have to
There's
take
some
her to
nice
like a
hotels.
hooker hotel or a
Did you-
Fairfield Inn by the hour.
We paid by the hour. That's ridiculous.
I mean, this isn't like the airport executive hotel where, I don't know if you've seen the advertisements for that. That place is something else.
This is
mean,
like the
this is a
sports hotel
bungalow.
Yeah.
in
University.
Miami Gardens. Yeah. Oh my god.
That original chicken sandwich, though, Hoch. Oh,
It's the best.
so good. And it needs to be studied. Genuinely, it needs to be studied. What happened when social media took off where people convinced and ran this narrative that Burger King French fries are bad? I still don't understand what happened here. People just
Well, they were bad for a while. I think they've gotten better.
no, man, they're so
They were
good.
coated
No, they're
for a
coated,
while.
Yeah,
they
with
were
no
bad.
season.
Yeah, they were bad.
They're so good.
Well, they got better, but I want a study as to why a sandwich tastes better when it's a long plank versus a circle.
No.
Because that Burger King sandwich is also available as a circle. And it doesn't taste nearly as good as how it tastes as a plank.
It's a good point.
So is a sub better than the same ingredients on a square bread?
Absolutely.
A sub is better?
Absolutely. Wouldn't you rather have a turkey sub than turkey on a Kaiser roll? Why?
Same.
The shape.
Not the shape. Not ridiculous.
No, I'm being 100% honest.
That's such a good point because you can make with a burger bun, you can make a sandwich with the exact same ingredients.
Right.
Doesn't hit.
Right.
But you get a
hot dog bun.
Hot dog bun.
Y'all just like that shape.
Maybe. Maybe that's why it tastes better. I don't know.
Is.
I don't know. I know that it tastes better when it's a plank versus a circle. And, by the way, Wendy's square burgers taste better than circular burgers.
No, never frozen.
But it's also the square.
Because then you get more bread when the square ends off.
I saw Jimmy turn on his mic and then turn it off real quick. I have to know what you thought you were going to add.
Facts.
There you go, Jimbo.
The best contribution ever for me.
Yeah. No, I wanted to know, because I don't know what his governor is for, hey, I have something to say. Because very rarely do I see his mic go on and then off real quick. So I had to know. Something popped into his head, and then he decided, might not be worth. And very rarely does that ever happen. So I was curious what had happened there. Here's
Solana, you doing Fairfield as a engaged party?
Yeah, Fairfield Inn and Suites.
You got to try. You're not married yet.
It's Fairfield Inn and Suites. I got the suite. I just want to make that
this
clear.
Was a weekend night where you guys are going to a party and
I mean, do it.
We're not
going.
going
You gotta show out.
We weren't going to Key Biscayne. We're in the Pines, bro.
Yeah, but I mean,
deep in Pines too. You know, there's no hotels in Pines. You either got to stay in Miramar or you got to stay in Davie.
Yeah. But by Sawgrass, there's a lot of hotels by Sawgrass.
Yeah, but I didn't go to Sawgrass. I was in Pines.
5 minutes away.
I don't know, man. Because
you gotta lock her in, man. Because
that's not sexy by any stretch. It's
Look at
it's
him.
I'm not sexy.
But you guys are in costumes. What's better than putting on a costume? Taking off the costume.
There
The whole Halloween thing is the whole Halloween thing. And can you even say this in 2025? Women love to be treated a certain way on Halloween.
Ooh.
For whatever reason, Halloween, that sexy night, they get out of their comfort zone a little bit. So they're looking for something special. You took her to the Fairfield Inn.
What's sexier? Just picture this.
Bed bugs and AC.
Free coffee downstairs. A receptionist. And then free breakfast in the morning.
But not the real breakfast.
Yeah, I mean that's
cold biscuits and the orange juice cup. I know what you're talking about.
It's like 4
continental breakfast
yogurts that were expired a week ago.
I was there, but with
1 green orange,
a baseball team. You showing out for your fiance?
6 Uncrustables.
One lady that
anyway,
never.
We got onto this because the quality. This is the guy's tweet. Steve Kim. Somebody put on one of the chats somewhere. Steve Kim is a longtime Canes fan. Blah blah blah.
He's got 65,000 followers.
Okay, so this is what he writes. Okay, so I'm back at my room at Quality Inn, which isn't the highest quality, but not the lowest quality place I've ever stayed at. It's actually pretty decent quality for what I need this weekend, a place to keep my stuff inside and take a shower. I'm sure now you've heard every opinion statement on the Canes' loss to SMU. Since some of you asked, you shall receive. Forget the loss today. It goes beyond that. There are deeper-seated problems with this program and Cristobal. I'll say this again. The way he approaches football, pace, tempo, spacing, and game management lends itself to Miami being in closer games than they should be, regardless of the talent advantage. We've talked about that today. It's no coincidence. It's why has lost 4 ACC games since last November as a double-digit favorite. That's telling. I'll say this again. As a superior team with more athletes, you want to extend the game, not shorten it. You want more plays, not less. Consistently quicken the tempo. Miami plays offense at times like it's not allowed to hit big plays, but has to play for 1 first down at a time. Today, SMU didn't move the ball consistently, but they set up shot plays. That at least flipped the field for them at times. Mario is good at many things. He has actually moved this program forward in many aspects. But will he recruit well enough to overcome his own deficiencies as a game day coach? Today was one of the worst performances I have ever seen on the sideline. From taking timeouts just as plays were moving on, and then insisting on being physical instead of productive offensively, we have Olivia Newton-John as our coach. He wants to get physical. Personally, I'd like to score a lot more points early and then be that later in the games. Sometimes I wonder if Cristobal believes all games are meant to be won 24-21. I don't believe Miami is getting rid of Mario anytime soon. It is what it is. My question is, can he evolve or just play the CEO role with elite coordinators in place? Ask yourself this. Do you think Rhett Lashley wouldn't trade rosters with Cristobal? The officiating was mind-boggling at times, but again, that's why you try and blow teams out so that a few calls don't impact you that much. This year's O-line is severely overrated. Too many short yardage situations where they don't get pushed and way too many penalties. I've never seen a unit with so many pre-snap infractions in a season. JoJo Trader flashed, but his bobble turned INT turned the momentum. That play and the offensive PI on Alex Bauman deep catch in SMU territory were big. Miami had several opportunities to go up 2 scores in this game and never did. I don't know who Miami's next QB will be, but I'd like a real dual threat with some twitch and athleticism. The way Miami plays offense, it's like you need a guy who can bail you out with a big scramble here and there and be a consistent threat at the mesh point. Finally, here's what stood out to me at the game. As I was sitting in section 221 of Ford Stadium, I looked around and the Miami fans were bored to death in the middle of the game. Miami simply isn't a very entertaining and exciting team. It's a reflection of the coaching philosophy at play. As I'm seeing the other scores, it dawned on me that I was missing out on a lot of other good games. After today, Mario has lost the fan base. Perhaps he can get it back, but this is now 6 double-digit losses for Cristobal as the head coach at Miami. That speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
What I love about that tweet is him saying they play first down to first down.
Yep.
And like Mario believes every game should end up 24-21. And it kind of is evident when you see that. That is how he thinks football is won. And what he writes is not when you have all kinds of better athletes and all kinds of better talent.
Yep.
Jump out to the big giant lead and then do that at the end of the game. Salt it away by doing that at the end of the game. And at the beginning of the game, I mean, we know Stanford, it was 7-7 at half. But the beginning of the game, like, use your better athletes and your better athleticism and pound the opponent into a corner so that you can play that style of ball the rest of the game.
It is an NFL approach to football, what he plays. Like we do at the gambling, over under NFL games. What? If it's 55, we're like, oh, it's going to be some points scored in this
51, you're like, whoa.
In the college, they get into the 70s in total because that's how it's played. Get to the fourth quarter. I say it with the Dolphins all the time. It's what we can't do is what the game is, though. Get to the fourth quarter. It's going to be a single-digit lead either way. Somebody's going to have to make a stop or make a play. They're going to win the game. It's what happens in most NFL games. College isn't like that, bro. Go whoop somebody's ass. Beat them by 40 or get up by 40, then win by 20.
Right.
That's what it's supposed to be. Use your talent. Use your weapons. Use CJ Davis. Use Malachi Tony. Get up, go score 40 in the first half, and then the game ends at 54 because you only scored 2 touchdowns in the second half. Their offense isn't an approach like that. And earlier, John Michael said something that's interesting because I asked him, could Mario do that? He said Mario did that with Cam Ward.
Right.
It was all shootouts. So you get a better defense and you don't want to have a shootout offensively anymore.
Right.
So now your defense is going to hold them to 20. You only want to score 24. But if your defense can hold them to 35,
then you want to score 38.
Then it's silly because I didn't even think about last year. Yes, they were scoring 40 a game because they had to. Why not just score 40 a game no matter what the hell the other team scored?
Well, I don't think Carson Beck can do what Cam Ward can do, though.
No, I agree. But you saw a different Carson Beck at the beginning of the season. And I think it may be because you were playing better opponents. So he was assuming you were going to need to score more and opened it up more. And then I think Mario goes into a game against SMU and says, yeah, if I grind this one out 21-18 or whatever, we move on to the next opponent.
I don't know, but Cristobal's 13-10 overall against unranked ACC opponents.
That's a crazy bad stat.
1-2 record this season against unranked ACC opponents. He's 14-14 overall in ACC.
I just don't
play
understand how you start the
as head
season
coach.
beating Notre Dame and Florida State, and then this happens. I just don't understand it.
Oh, it's puzzling.
It's puzzling.
And now
It's
Notre Dame's not as good. Notre Dame is whooping people's ass.
Like you can
too.
have one stumble. I'm like you're gonna have a stumble.
Louisville.
That was Louisville.
Friday night. All that.
Stanford again. Second half was a totally different game than the first half. That first half was terrible. And then I just don't understand. I mean, there were many questionable calls Saturday. I get that, but as he's writing there, like, don't put yourself in a position where a questionable call kills you because you've put up 38 points in the first half.
And you wore down Stanford.
Yeah.
That was the whole thought. You wore them down. You did wear down Stanford. Louisville wasn't worn down.
Mm-mm.
Y'all were still trying to run the ball in the fourth quarter, and they were whooping ass still up front. He said the offensive line is overrated. I'm not breaking out offensive line play, but when they play physical teams, that right side of the line, that's 640 pounds combined, they're not moving anybody off the ball to get those third and fourth and ones. They're not doing it when they play those top, I can't even say top opponents. It's the damn ACC.
I know.
That's what he need. They need to be a race to 50, not a race to 30, Mario. That's what he needs to put in. What, Shannon Dawson? Go get me 50 points.
Right.
I don't give a damn what
Assume every opponent's going to put up 45.
Don't give a damn what Heatherman's doing or calling. You isolate your offense to score 50 points this game.
But with this tweet, to me, the biggest takeaway is when he said, I'm looking around, everybody's bored. Bro, you've got Malachi Toney. I get CJ Daniels is hurt, but you've got JoJo Trader. I mean, it didn't look great when he handed the ball off to the DB. But like, you've got these insane weapons, and even in the backfield, that all they're doing is just running right up the middle, which is what they did against Louisville, and which is what they did against FSU, and they couldn't move the ball. Hawk, I said Carson Beck's not Cam Ward, but I'd rather, if I'm Miami, lose on the arm of the quarterback I'm paying $4 million for. Just let him go out there and sling the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I remember feeling that way last season when Cam Ward was down in the red zone and they kicked a field goal. Like, you have these, like, you go out and get these high-priced, highly coveted quarterbacks, and then you're like, okay, let's just try to grind it out and hope the defense can hold them. And you're like, well, what are you doing
But this
here?
is always a criticism of Mario coming here.
This
like,
is
great recruiter, great guy,
great
establishes the
culture.
It's
played out. Like, it has played out. Those concerns have played out. All right, let's do a quick look at the headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com.
The Heat will play the Clippers tonight. Second night of a back-to-back. Tip-off is at 10:30 p.m. Clippers are 3-2 overall. Panthers tomorrow.
How about the Pelicans, man? 0-6. What kind of season is Zion having?
MVP.
I have a future on it.
See if they'll sell that back to you.
They will not sell that back to me. I have two futures.
They should charge you more. That was such a bad bet. You should be required to give them more money.
In fairness, it was a bonus bet. So it wasn't my $10, it was theirs. But I put $10 on Zion to win MVP at plus 15,000. I imagine it's much higher right now. And the one they are offering me my money back if I want it, I have a Rondé Gadsden to win Offensive Rookie of the Year at plus 4,000. I only put $15 on it to win $600, but they're offering me the 15 back if I want it. And no deal, Hard Rock. I'll give you 4.25. Give me 4.25. You have a deal.
He had 5 receptions, 68 yards yesterday.
I had a parlay working yesterday with the Chargers over. They hit. Oronde over. I think it was 4.5 receptions. Hit. And then I needed Oronde anytime touchdown. And he didn't get it.
Zion, 23, 7, and 5.
That's not horrible.
No.
His team's 0-6.
No. I'm not saying it's MVP numbers, but 23. Like he's kind of doing his part. No.
Like just putting up numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, shouldn't it lead to wins?
It's my point.
Yes. No. I'm saying they're a disaster, but I mean those numbers aren't bad.
Those are probably Bam's numbers, right? If you look it up.
The point total is probably more than what Bam's putting up per
but
game.
It's when you win or lose.
But Bam's averaging almost double-digit rebounds.
Almost.
Yeah.
Well, what's almost 9?
Probably 8 or 9. Yeah.
Because Zion was at 7, if I remember correctly.
That's a big.
It's so funny.
If Bam's at 8 and Zion's at 7, that's a big difference.
That's a per game. That's a
One
massive difference.
1 rebound.
That is
one
that is
rebound.
You're
a game.
characterizing one as almost double digits, and one you're characterizing as a massive difference.
Yeah, Bam this season, 22 points per game, 9 rebounds per game, 3 assists,
9.
and a steal.
Is it 9 or are you rounding up?
It's 9.
Is
Come
it
check it out.
9 or are
Come
you
check-
rounding up?
Look right here.
So
Regular
Zion
Does that
has
include last night's game?
Zion has more points and more assists.
Check his field goal percentage
48.
and his 3-point percentage.
You are full of crap.
The Heat have 3 wins. The Heat have 3
Zion
wins.
has Bam numbers.
So you'd rather have Zion
hell
over
no,
Bam?
No,
Okay.
But you're making one sound like he's Michael Jordan and one sound like he's a turd. They're having very similar seasons.
No, I don't think they are.
Personally,
Based on what?
But okay, one guy is putting up similar numbers, but one guy's numbers are helping his team win.
No, that's fine. They're putting up
But
similar.
but you guys are just dismissing the notion that the numbers that lead to winning and competing in games aren't better than the numbers that somebody's putting up in a winless record.
That's fine, but there's only been 6 games total. The Heat have 3 wins. You're making it sound. You're making it sound like they're 51-4.
But their 3 losses, all of them have been close losses.
when is Heat pregame, brother? You are locked in.
I mean, they're just having statistically similar seasons, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, no, not maybe. They're statistics.
Cowboys Cardinals tonight at 8:15. Dan Quinn has admitted he probably should have taken his franchise quarterback out in a blowout in the 4th quarter.
All right, fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Hurricanes basketball, men and women, open up their season tonight. You got a doubleheader. Actually, the Hurricanes women's basketball team tips off in 30 minutes.
That is right.
5 p.m. They host
Watsco
Hofstra.
Center. You head on out there. You get a doubleheader of basketball tonight.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Canes Hoops, they host Jacksonville at 8. That game, you can hear it on AM 560. Tonight's Heat game will be on FM 1043. It's a 10:30 p.m. tip-off.
All right.
Your weather.
Tommy Ty getting cranky?
Nah, he's got his coffee, man. He's good.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, he's good. But yes, he's getting a little cranky.
What time did you guys get out of here last night?
I didn't get home till 2:15 in the morning last night.
What time do you think Tommy got home? Where does he live?
Not too far from here.
Yeah. What's his exact address?
I was about to say, Hawk, what are you?
3742.
I think listeners would love to go see him.
No.
I mean, could you imagine back-to-back nights with me in the studio till 1:30 in the morning?
Tommy has to be saying, what happened to my career?
He walks in all sad.
He was like Westwood won Super Bowl.
No, he's the best.
He's great.
He's the best.
He's awesome.
And all of a sudden, he is paired with Solana. Like he had the Heat, big 3, like, and all of a sudden, fast forward, and he's trying to work himself up about Norman Powell sitting in a studio next to Solana, who's showing him pictures from the Fairfield Inn a couple nights ago.
Last night, final segment, final question he asked me. I tried to work the word exacerbated in, failed halfway through, bailed on the word. I'll get you the audio, but we're talking about Norm's groin injury. I said, you don't want to exacerbate, you don't want to make it worse. And he's like, all right, that's all the time we have him on the Heat is on the Radio post-game show. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Oh, man. I listen. Y'all know I listen.
All right. Your weather, it's sponsored by Chill Zone AC, featuring reliable root AC systems. Make your AC great again. Visit chillzoneac.com. It is a nice afternoon in South Florida. It's in the 80s. Tonight it'll be in the 70s. That's your weather.
We will give away heat tickets in the next segment. So listen to the next segment. We'll give away heat tickets. When people hear me talk about Tucker Duke's Lunchbox in Deerfield Beach, they always say, is the menu really that creative? And yes, it is. I was having brunch yesterday with my wife, and some listener walked by, and he's like, that guy is the best guy on the radio. He was with his mother. And he goes, that's the best guy on the radio. So I looked around. I'm like, well, where is he? I don't know. Where's Defo? And he's like, you. And he goes, I went to Tucker Duke's because you talk about it on the radio. Tucker Duke's is not just award-winning burgers. It's brunch, it's cocktails, it's beer, wine, chicken, wings, it's barbecue, it's bacon-wrapped Korean barbecue ribs, nacho tots. Don't forget about the desserts. I think I told you this last week. How about their autumn apple crisp donuts, 2 homemade donuts, buttercream frosting, caramel drizzle, apple crumble, and cinnamon sugar dust. Now listen to their November burger of the month. This is available at Tucker Duke's the month of November. It's a Thanksgiving feast between 2 buns. The Mayflower burger, a half-pound turkey burger with white cheddar cheese, house-made stuffing, turkey gravy, cranberry chutney, Alabama white sauce, and baby arugula, and it's crowned, listen to this, Solana, with a crispy fried stuffing croqueta. It is unbelievable, and it comes with a side of extra gravy for good measure. Talk about November comfort food. You can come get the Mayflower burger all month long at Tucker Duke's. Tucker Duke's is in Deerfield Beach. It's worth a visit. If you're looking for a killer burger joint, this is it. It's real Southern-style comfort food using fresh local ingredients. These guys have racked up multiple South Florida burger battle wins over the years. It's easy to see why. Visit TuckerDukesBurgers.com or follow Tucker Dukes on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Tucker Dukes, they're at 1101 South Powerline Road in Deerfield Beach on the southwest corner of Powerline and 10th. But again, just check out the website or follow them on social media. The website is TuckerDukesBurgers.com.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Somebody has dubbed me on the text machine Bad Bet Bunny. If you know, you know. Did DBJ do? Oh, DBJ did do a call because
He texted you, right?
Yeah, he texted me. What did he do? It was obviously not a game that he was going to get a lot of calls in. We can play it tomorrow. He did the Gabagool song that we gave him. And he did not do, he texted me during the game, late in the game, trying to get Cut My Life, which is the Papa Roach song that we've given him 3 weeks in a row. And then he texted me, didn't get it in. And I said, very understandable. There's always next week. So when we'll get the Gabagool line. We'll give away Heat tickets in this segment if you would be so kind enough to remind me. Here are some tweets from David Furones from the Sun Sentinel regarding the Dolphins media availability today. He says Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel said Rasul Douglas cannot yet be ruled out for Sunday against Buffalo with his toe injury. So that's good news. Conversations happen every single year, in quotes, Mike McDaniel said, of whether he expects more trades before the deadline. You're always ready. My guess is Champ Kelly upgraded to unlimited minutes on his phone because he's probably talking a lot.
Yeah.
Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel on Champ Kelly. He's a guy who adds value in terms of how he comes to work every day. He has energy and is very team-oriented. McDaniel called him well-equipped and added that Kelly has experience in a similar scenario as interim GM.
Wonder if they've ever talked before this happened. Honestly.
You're not wrong.
Player, personnel, regional scout or whatever. Yeah, I don't know if they've talked.
Dolphins coach, again, these are tweets from David Furones. Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel said team owner Steve Ross told him directly about GM Chris Grier on Friday morning. Quote, Chris is a guy I've worked with every day since I've been here. There's an emotional toll when you realize things are going to be different. McDaniel adds his feelings about the franchise moving on from Grier are irrelevant, and he must keep himself on track to coach the team.
I'll be happy you're still here.
It's interesting. Again, you know, this is, again, why I'm so fascinated with what we're going to see on Sunday. Think about this. You know, Mike McDaniel's an emotional guy. He's a nice guy. He's not where you talk about Bill Parcells, you know, where Bill Belichick, excuse me,
yeah.
where it's, hey, no, Nick Saban, excuse me, where, hey, I don't, how's your wife? Doesn't matter. How's she helping us on defense?
Yeah.
You know, and even Bill Belichick getting rid of players who he'd been around because the commodity is no longer as valuable as it once was, and he wanted a return on the investment of the commodity.
For McDaniel, Tua is Tua Tagovailoa, father, husband.
Yeah.
For other coaches, it's quarterback one.
He's an emotional guy. So now think about the toll that's got to take on him, which is, what's my culpability in Chris Grier, who's been here 26 years, way longer than before I got here?
Mm-hmm.
What's my culpability in this guy losing the job he's had for a quarter of a century? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, many people you have to compartmentalize, and I'm not certain that that's Mike McDaniel's strong suit. I'm not saying that he can't. He's obviously going to be laser focused on coaching Sunday's game. But again, I just wonder the emotional toll on everyone. You know, you see your friends get traded, you hear your own name in trade talks, you realize that the season has no hope anymore. No one's talking about a miraculous comeback. They're talking about, will Tua be the starter still by the end of the season? What more do we need to see? But I wonder, again, from the players all the way up to Coach McDaniel, it's like, how does the emotion of all this impact you going to work, trying to pretend like none of this is going on because you're getting ready for a game, and probably not being able to pretend that it's not going on? It's got to be all-consuming, all-encompassing.
And he better let the Chris Grier thing go, because there's about 25 coaches on his staff that are now looking at the tea leaves, as we say, where if he's not here, I'm unemployed. I just bought a house in South Florida. My kids are enrolled in private school down here. To his back to McDaniel, he can't think about Greer because then he's going to start thinking about all these other people that are unemployed if he gets fired.
Right.
He has to lean more into the Bill Belichick, Parcells, whatever you want to do. He has to lean it that way and go win.
Hard to do that
games.
when it's not your default. That's difficult for me when people lose their jobs. I'm like, I always think of the personal side of it, and other people can just say, well, yeah, that's
performance-based
life.
business.
Yeah.
We've talked about it with a number of people. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they cut him. Well, he wasn't doing his damn job. Okay, they cut me too. Go to hell.
Yeah.
I hated that. I actually hated it. I got called up after practice to Jeff Ireland. I've told the story a number of times, who fired me. Not released or a dependent to let go or mutual. No. You fired my ass. Then I'm walking out the building. Everybody knows, everybody on the coaching staff, they have a memo when people are getting cut.
Right.
So you walk out there, then the DB coach comes up to you, which is funny thing. It's Todd Bowles. Damn, see, man, sorry to hear about. You know already? They just told me. Downstairs, the equipment people know already. The lunch ladies know already. Like, everybody knows, the trainers, when you're about to get cut. Don't tell me all this dumb crap. I was about to cuss. Don't tell me nothing about, oh, sorry to hear, but no, bro, I got fired. I was not doing my job. I wouldn't take a pay cut. They didn't think I was valued here anymore. Let me get the hell out of this building. You go to hell too. I hope you get fired.
But
that was the last part was a little deep.
Fins up.
All right, let me give away these Heat tickets. We have
if I go down, everybody's going down.
I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
It's way bigger than Nino Brown.
Heat and Cavs at the Kaseya Center Monday, November 10th. We're checking to make sure that's a Monday. Monday, November 10th, Heat and Cavs at the Kaseya Center. You can see Craig Elo, and Mark Price and the rest of the Cavs as they come to town to visit the Heat. Solana looking around like, who's Craig Elo and Mark Price? You not know Craig Elo and Mark Price?
I know Craig Elo and Mark Price. I just think you're about 4 generations late.
Yeah. Or just on time if you're working at my speed. 2 tickets for Heat and Cavs. Caller number
11.
What number did Jalen Phillips wear? 15?
15. You're right.
Let's
15.
take caller 15.
15.
Caller 15. 305-567-0560. 305-567-0560. Caller 15 gets the Heat tickets. Heat and Cavs, November 10th at the Kaseya Center. We'll have more tickets to give away all this week. 5 o'clock Funky Buddha Happy Hour is next.
Don't go another day living with chronic pain, because South Florida's QC Connect doctors, they're standing by, waiting to help you how your own body can treat that pain, and you don't need drugs or surgery like some of those doctors. They'll give you those scripts, and surgeons, they go to school to do surgeries. You need to see that you have another option, and it's called regenerative medicine. And the amazing doctors at QC Kinetics are at the forefront of this nationwide innovative chronic pain relieving treatment system. I have been helped. I broke my heels. They were trying to put me in a wheelchair for 3 months. I left and said, I'm going to QC Kinetics, because a wheelchair for 3 months didn't sound very much fun. I got PRP shots. Limped in, PRP shots, healing lasers. First treatment, walked out. Second treatment, I'm back running with the kids, basketball with my daughter, working out with my son, running around with the baby. I'm telling you, it's not just me now. Thousands and thousands of people have been helped by QC Kinetics, and now it's time for you to find out how they can help you. You have to call and make an appointment today. QC Kinetics, don't replace it. Regenerate it. 844-77-REGEN. That's 844-777-3436. Tell them that Crowder sent you down there, and your consultation is free, and you receive $500 off your first treatment. Go see, go make sure, go check into another option other than drugs or surgery. There's a brand new office on Southeast 17th Street in Fort Lauderdale. They are expanding because it works, and they are giving back on Veterans Day. QC Kinetics giving back to all those heroes, those veterans that we love. Will get $500 off their treatment. And for every non-veteran who starts care, QC will donate $500 to the Wounded Warrior Project. It's a great time to book your free consultation. So give QC Kinetics a call today. Don't replace it. Regenerate it. 844-77-REGEN. That's 844-777-3436.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
I love Zephyr Hills.
There is no Zephyr Hills. It's Zephyr Hills. We've been over this.
Hey, we want to hear what you have to say. Text WQAM on the Kendall Toyota text line at 305-567-0560. The big one is here at Kendall Toyota. All new Toyotas on sale now with financing as low as 0% on our most popular cars and trucks. Number one in the 305 since 1969. Kendall Toyota on US 1. Call 305-KENDALL and text WQAM at 305-567-0560.
Traffic on WQAM is sponsored by Lexus of Kendall and Lexus of West Kendall. Your home for the best.
Slowing down on Miami-Dade, northbound 95 from the Dolphin to the Turnpike, and westbound at the Dolphin, right by 95 to 57th Ave. Police activity in Broward County, eastbound State Road 84 at Davie Road, taking the right lane, and slowing down southbound at the Turnpike by Griffin. I'm Gia, and that's traffic on FM 1043 WQAM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away.
Why do you sound like that?
Sounds exactly like it sounds to me.
You sound bad.
5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha Happy Hour. And guess what?
What you got?
It's Ryan's birthday.
Hey.
Ryan, the owner of Funky Buddha, celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Ryan. We had a great time with him
We did.
Thursday night when we went out to watch some football at Funky Buddha in Oakland Park. And whatever he's doing, we wish you a happy birthday. I'm assuming, I haven't checked with them, I'm assuming their Eat the Enemy food dish Sunday will be buffalo wings again, because they've done that once already leading up. I can't imagine that they'd be doing something else, but I will check at some point.
Check.
Funky Buddha Tap Room in Oakland Park. You know what's there tonight?
Tuesday, Dan Day.
Well, it's Monday.
Dan Day.
That's right. He's sitting outside right now, and he will be at Funky Buddha hosting trivia tonight. He gave me one of the questions. Should I give it away on the air? I don't know if this would be an unfair advantage to those who are going. See if you know this answer.
What you got?
Who is the actress, mother of the current actress? The hell's her name? I know the mother's name.
This is great.
Tell Dan to come in here and ask the question.
You killed this one, huh?
Thank you. Hey, come in and answer this question. Ask the question. I was trying to ask the question, but I forgot the daughter's name. Oh, I just remembered it. Who is? See if I ask this. You ask it better than I am. You ask it. It's your trivia question for tonight. Who's the? You asked it to me out there. Who's the mother of the current? Who's the actress mother of Kate Hudson? The current
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman. Do you have a guess? Do you have a guess, Jimmy? Who is the mother of the current actress Kate Hudson?
I do not know.
The mother is also an actress.
Right.
Who is the mother?
The mother
of Kate Hudson.
The actress mother of Kate Hudson. Do we all know who Kate Hudson is?
Yes.
The black singer.
That's right. He's thinking of Jennifer. It's like password. He's thinking of Jennifer Hudson.
Oh, so
Yeah.
this isn't.
Kate Hudson from Almost Famous.
Great
Ever see
movie.
That,
Great
ever see that movie?
Yeah.
Who is the actress mother? This is amazing that you guys don't know
Is
this.
it Jamie Lynn?
That's right. Jamie Lynn Sigler from Sopranos. You nailed it.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Is that her?
Yeah, I think I nailed it.
That's right. From The Bear.
The kleptomaniac.
That's right. Winona Ryder.
There we go.
You guys nailed it. All of you.
Is her last name Hudson? Because that would be because her mom and daddy aren't married anymore.
Right.
So she took the daddy's name.
That's a stage name.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this is ridiculous.
Well, it's Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn is a female?
Goldie Hawn?
You don't know Goldie
Are you
Hawn?
kidding me?
Goldie Hawn is a female.
She was
Are
in
you
something
kidding
popular
me?
back in the day.
She's an all-time badass.
Yeah. I mean,
Dude,
she's one of the
I
most
even know who
beautiful.
she is.
Well, you didn't know that she was Kate Hudson's mother.
No, I didn't.
Smart
man.
ass. You don't know Goldie Hawn?
I know Goldie Hawn. The
Well, I
name.
don't think you do.
I know Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
She
The
was
name.
in something popular.
I didn't realize that was a female.
Well, what other Goldies do you know?
Steve Goldstein.
Well, that's not his name.
Well,
His name is
you think her
Steve.
name is Goldie?
His name is Steve.
He was in something big.
She was in a ton of movies. She was in, you know what you would know her from? Overboard with Kurt Russell.
That's a
That
good
seems like
movie.
your kind of movie.
I like that
Overboard
one.
with Kurt Russell seems like your
Damn.
kind of movie. Laugh-In is what made her really famous in the 60s. She had a million movies though in the 70s and 80s.
Snatched.
90s.
I saw Snatched.
I don't even know what that
No,
is.
Wildcats.
Wildcats. Yes,
That's why
she
I
was
know
in
Goldie
Wildcats.
Hawn
That's a
from.
great call.
Wow.
Great football movie.
Yep.
Wildcat. Was that the one with Sinbad?
Yep.
That was Sinbad. That was Sinbad. That's amazing. What a great call by
She
you.
got them boys playing now.
That's a
going
great
Goldie.
call by you. Anyway,
Damn, she was fine.
Fine. Yeah. She's still fine. I'm for
Yeah.
80s. She's got to be in her 80s now. Yeah. All right. 5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha happy hour. Let's get headlines with Alejandro Solana, who thought Goldie Hawn was a man. Headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com.
All right. So I have just been texted something very, very interesting.
Oh,
here.
very good point by one of the chatters. What about Mayor Goldie Wilson? That is a mayor. That's a male Goldie. You know the Mayor Goldie Wilson?
For what city?
Mayor Goldie Wilson?
Who knows mayors?
Jimmy? Mayor Goldie Wilson?
Nope. Doesn't recall.
Are you guys kidding me?
Chicago.
Back to the Future? The black kid with the mop? I'm going to be mayor one day.
Yeah.
And then they go to the future, and it's
he's
Mayor
mayor.
Goldie Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man. You guys are all idiots.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. Back to the Future.
Goldie Wilson, mayor.
Great scene.
It was a great scene.
Yeah, it was.
I'm a big fan of Back to the Future.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't normally like time travel movies, but that one works.
Didn't really translate.
That's arguably the greatest trilogy ever.
No.
No?
Back to the no. Not better than I mean, are you saying it has to only be
Right.
3 movies? So I
only
can't
be-
include Rocky.
Yeah, what do you think a
because
trilogy is?
3 movies.
Yeah, like Star Wars. I mean, you could put 3 Star Wars movies up
Okay,
against
I got,
anything.
I got you. So
but
it
just
has to be a trilogy only.
Yeah.
Scream.
Wow.
Harry Potter.
No, but I think there's more of the. There's Scream. There's like 14 of them.
I got 3 of them. That are
No,
good.
that's not the way that this works.
Oh,
We
okay.
just covered this.
Movie trilogies.
Greatest movie.
But now you.
Oh, Lord of the Rings, The Godfather. Ooh, maybe I'm a
Yeah.
little off.
But
on
Godfather
this.
3 was
Man,
so bad.
listen.
Although Back to the Future 3
Listen,
Back to
was
the
so
Future
bad.
3 was
I
phenomenal.
got to do my
man.
hawk on this one. Let's be honest. Back to the Future was not that damn good.
What?
That's
goofy.
crazy. That's
What?
crazy.
It was goofy,
garbage.
90s goofy.
No, one of the best
with
movies
the
ever.
with the 88, with the DeLorean, with the
Yeah.
dude, with the big lunkhead guy, the
Yeah.
jock. That was just, it was goofy.
No.
The first 2 were good. The third one sucked.
The third one did not suck. I will go to my grave. Back to the Future 3 is an excellent film.
No. That's the one, the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Do you know they shot Back to the School?
Back to the
What am I
school.
saying? I'm thinking
What
of
are we
Rodney. I'm thinking of Rodney Dangerfield. Back to School. They shot Back to the Future 2 and 3 at the same time.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
You knew that.
I'm a huge Back to the Future
Follow
fan.
Back to
I
the
genuinely
Future.
did know that.
You knew that.
I swear I knew that.
You knew that,
I knew that.
but you didn't know Mayor Goldie Wilson.
You just caught me off guard there. I was thinking like Miami Beach, Port St. Lucie.
All right.
Did he get older?
Somebody puts on the chat. Did I miss the sandwich segment since it's National Sandwich Day? You actually did.
Hey, so how do you guys feel about this? Quinn Ewers. If I told you Quinn Ewers has a logo, would you believe me?
100%.
I mean, RC's got a logo.
Yeah.
It's, I wouldn't nothing. Nobody's not in the category of possibly having a logo.
Starting quarterback at Texas, NIL money. He has a logo. I
Yeah.
know high school kids with
Yeah.
logos.
My friend just texted me, QuinnEwersOfficial.com. Quinn Ewers has a shop, and he's got merch, Quinn Ewers merch, that you can pay or buy right now on his website, and he's got a logo. Quinn Ewers has a logo, and you can buy the Quinn Ewers logo oversized T-shirts.
There are high school football players right now wearing their logo as necklaces to high school because they've already committed to a college and had deals. Craziest thing I've seen.
You guys want a Quinn Ewers T-shirt?
I'm good.
What's it go
thanks.
for?
$45.
Oh yeah, give me 2. Let me see. Oh, I love when they don't have the rights to use the team names, so it
colors.
uses the colors and
It's kind of fire, though, no?
yeah, I would get that. I have a Mike McDaniel T-shirt. I got a Canes wear once.
He's rolling out to throw an incompletion. What's that picture?
I recently gave that to Goodwill. The Miami Mike T-shirt.
Yeah, the Miami Mike.
Yeah, and I feel bad because I think a listener gave it to us. Somebody gave it to us.
Oh, I thought I got it at Caneswear.
Did Caneswear give it to us?
I thought I got it at Caneswear. Maybe I didn't. Maybe somebody brought it in.
Yeah.
That's when we were all in love with him. He's got the sunglasses. Well, you know, he's Miami Mike. Yeah.
It's cute till it's not
Yeah.
cute.
No.
It's kind of crazy. 2023, the 1 year we had a Dolphin on the show live, was the best year to have a Dolphin on the show live. Like, could you imagine
with
doing
Javon? Yeah.
imagine doing those interviews this year with whoever,
Yeah.
Zach Sealer.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets sick a lot of Fridays.
Yeah.
Trust me. I was doing that
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
Late in the year, 3-game losing streak.
But did anyone have expectations of your 1-15 season? Were there?
Even
'cause-
later in my
Because I think this is one of the most disappointing seasons
sure.
in Miami sports history because of the expectations for this team.
But I think they were. It's easy to say now. I think it was just misguided.
Well, it was, but it doesn't matter. The expectations were the expectations.
It's you. But
Yes,
we're saying,
no,
hey,
I'm-
who's the corners? What's the line
listen,
going to do?
I'm very responsible for the expectations of this team.
But it's not just this year; it's in general. The era,
Yeah.
the window, it failed, and to me, that's what's disappointing. I had zero expectations coming into this year. After that Lions practice, I was tweeting, anybody who thinks the Dolphins are winning a playoff game this year needs to get their head examined. And Dolphins fans were losing their mind. It's a practice. It's a practice. Like, bro, the Lions beat reporters told you how garbage this team was, and nobody wanted to buy in. Crowder was at that practice. He saw it with his own eyes how garbage this team was, and nobody wanted to buy.
I mean, in fairness, it was a practice.
They were bad off. Detroit was wearing their ass out.
Yeah.
But you know what it was? We ignored the bell curve. 2023 was the peak.
Right.
And then we're up there. And remember,
Well,
we
who
were
thought that was
saying it
the
on the
peak,
show, Hoch.
though?
2024 was the aberration year. It turned and it was going downhill again, and we were ignoring the downhill turn.
I certainly was.
And now we're sitting at the bottom of the hill like, damn, why are we rolling? Because we were on the downhill.
Yeah.
We weren't climbing anymore. 2024 should have been the playoff win. This year, we should have been talking about AFC title game at the least. That's what they do. That's what they're doing in Indianapolis right now.
Yeah.
That's what these teams are doing. New England's talking about
Denver, the team that we put 70 points up on.
I was listening to Zach Gelb. Damn, the Patriots right now are the leaders in the division.
Yep. Yep.
And we just fired our GM
Yeah.
and traded
Yeah.
our DN. Come
Yeah.
on, baby. Let's figure this out.
No.
It's all right. Norman Powell plays basketball tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Isn't he questionable?
Yeah, I think he's going to play, though.
All right.
Not that I have that on a source or whatever. I just think he's going to end up playing tonight. Back in L.A., little show me something game for Norm.
Norm.
Anybody have, before we wrap things up here, anybody have any thoughts on this Ja Morant situation? Ja, clearly something went awry in the locker room after a loss between him and head coach Tomas Isalo, and challenged him. And all of a sudden, Ja's talking to reporters saying, I don't know, go ask the coach. Yeah, go ask the coach.
And then they suspended him. There's something going on there.
Yeah.
I think they're done with Ja. I think they're done with that. I think New Orleans probably done with Zion. I think some big name trades could be made this season.
Ja was supposed to be the future of the NBA.
Ja, that season was like unlike anything you'd seen in a long time. But now it just seems like he's trouble.
One thing is not being on top anymore. Another thing is being on top to now 3 years later. I mean, like nobody even considers him a star
like
right
an
now.
Afterthought. Yeah.
We talked to Mike Wallace. He was saying he said he talked with Ja about it personally. Like now it's that year to take that step to being where everybody thought you were going to be at this time in your career.
Yeah.
That's a generational fall off right there, brother.
Brother.
All right, Monday Night Football tonight, Cowboys-Cardinals at 8:15. And just to kind of recap, Jalen Phillips traded to the Eagles for a third-round pick. The Dolphins pick up pretty much the entire tab on his contract this season, but in return, they get a better pick. They get a third-round pick for an expiring contract.
Yep.
And Canes women's basketball, they tipped off 17 minutes ago. Jimmy will get you a score update on that.
Jimmy,
Canes,
call the Watsco Center and see what the score is.
With 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, Miami leads 16-12.
Let's go. That away, Jimmy. Right.
Canes Hoops, they host Jacksonville at 8. That game will be on AM 560. Can I get a score check on that, Jimmy?
Want to bet
Not quite
that?
yet.
Anybody want to bet that game?
You know anything about either team?
No, I'm like Sandler. Let's bet this.
You're going to twist my
Sure,
arm.
the Canes will win. They're playing Jacksonville.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing they're going to be like 12, 14-point favorites, maybe more. Let's see here.
I got to update the app.
The under. All I've heard was Jay Lucas is big defensive-minded guy.
No player props, right, in college basketball?
No, not in Florida. FAU's in action tonight. Florida's in action tonight. Oh, they're number 3 in the nation?
We just won it.
Hmm.
We just won
You did
it.
last year?
Yes.
The NCAA thing?
They sure did.
You
Good job.
survived.
Good job on
Good
you.
job.
So why'd they fire Billy Napier? I don't get it.
Well, what the hell's Billy Donovan doing on the Bulls?
That's my man. I don't even know. White. Coach White.
Miami is a 18.5-point favorite tonight over Jacksonville.
It's a flyer? I don't know.
I might do like a 10 or 12 like parlay. Just pick all the big winners
All
tonight.
big favorites.
Like the Michigan State
money line parlay.
money. No.
You're going to lay the points.
Oh no, actually, yeah, money line.
All right.
Good
Call
call.
Josh Appel about that.
All right.
He told me about that a couple years ago. And
Big
lost.
money line parlays.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Lost all my damn money. And I was like, Josh, I thought you said this is rolling. Oh yeah, my insider told me only in the early season. Get out of here, Josh.
Heat are 8-point dogs tonight, by the way, in LA.
No cover.
Second night of a back-to-back.
No cover.
All right.
All right. Your weather in
Norman
South Florida.
Powell, by the way, 19.5 is the total.
Over.
Kawhi, 22.5.
Under.
Harden, 21.5.
Under.
Zubac, 14.5.
Over. You're going up against Khalil Ware.
Oh, this
so
is
that's pudding pie.
This is Jim Larenega's son's team.
It is.
Because every time I say Zubac, I think of Jim Larenega saying it because he always loves to talk about Zubac.
It's Zubats.
Whatever. I think it's Zubac. I think it's Zubac.
It's
Zubats?
Zubats.
Yeah.
Zubats.
You said it was Banchero.
Fair. Your weather is sponsored by Chill Zone AC, featuring reliable root AC systems. Make your AC great again. Visit chillzoneac.com.
All right. We're going to talk with John Michaels in the next segment about the Miami Hurricanes. He was upset enough to be texting me after the game on Saturday, which is understandable. So John Michaels from 680 The Fan in Atlanta, the biggest Miami Hurricanes fan in South Florida, certainly in the media. He will join us in the next segment.
Y'all got to get to Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. They have all the delicious food: the lamb, beef, veal, pork, poultry, duck, turkey, lobster, shrimp, fish, alligator, oysters, scallops, crabs, clams. They have it all. And the stone crabs. Goodness gracious. Stone crab season is here. If you love stone crabs, and who doesn't? If you haven't eaten them, get you some stone crabs. I guarantee you'll fall in love. It's my favorite food. And they have the price. Well, actually, Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, stone crabs is my favorite food. All the best price, all the sizes, the freshest stone crabs out there. They got the mustard sauce. Oh, my goodness. Call them in advance to have them cracked for you and ready for you to eat. Get to DelawareChicken.com for the entire menu. They have prepared food, fried chicken, roasted chicken. They have sides made in house daily and fresh. They have dips. My goodness gracious. The buffalo chicken dip is great, but that smoked tuna dip is the best tuna dip you'll ever eat in your life. Go to DelawareChicken.com. See the menu. When you know what you want, call them in advance. 954-983-6831. That's 954-983-6831. Place your order. It'll be packaged ready when you get there. Curbside delivery is available because all they want to do is get delicious food back to any function you are having. And yacht provisions. Go to Delaware. Beautiful boat. Having a good time on the water. Have the most delicious, fresh, best selection of food in South Florida. And that's at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. They are located on 441, 1 block south of Sterling Road. When y'all get down there, grab your Crowder powder. Support local business. Been in the Hollywood, Florida area since 1951. And tell them Crowder sent you.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
You know who never just kind of mails it in?
Oh.
The Costco guys.